glorified, and the people of God edified.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production of Glory 93.9 FM.
Hey, smile a while, give your face a rest, alright? The troubles won't last always. Don't worry about it. God's gonna work it out, alright? Don't worry, just say, good morning. Good morning. Even the troubles are done. Yeah. Coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on. Even the troubles are done. Smile. Just smile and say good morning. Alright. Hold on. Don't cry. No pain. No pain. The troubles won't last always. Be still and know He is God, yeah. Mention His name, all knees will bow. Why those tears? Cause the joy, yeah. Joy of the Lord is your strength. He won't give you more than you can bear. No way. Yeah. Good morning. Even the troubles are dawning. The joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning. It's gonna be alright. Even the troubles are dawning. The joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning. Good morning. Don't worry, don't cry. Don't cry. Everything will be alright. Move your frown and smile a while. The troubles won't last all night. Happiness is yours, just claim it. On Calvary, Jesus paid it. Don't be ashamed to stand up and say it. Jesus, make a smile and you can't contain it. Everything would be alright. The troubles won't last all night. Smile and make your face look like Jesus. Make all the heavy load light. Everything would be alright. The troubles won't last all night. Smile and make your face look like Jesus. Make all the heavy load light. The troubles are dawning. The joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The troubles are dawning. The joy coming in the morning. Just smile and say good morning. 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 Make your face look nice. It's gonna be alright. Good morning. Good morning. No trouble's gonna keep me down. Turning my frown, turn it upside down. My situation turning around, turning around, turning around. This joy is unspeakable. My God is unshakable. Give me joy to my belly full. Can't find this joy no way uncapable. This joy that's inside of it is for all the world to see. I serve in the Almighty, and He's setting captives free. This joy that's inside of it is for all the world to see. I serve in the Almighty.
Hello, everybody.
It's gonna be alright.
Anybody there? Anybody hear us? As the old saying goes, anybody home with the door crack? No? Hello, everybody. Good morning. Well, good morning, Jody. Good morning to all of you sitting down there who didn't say good morning yet. Welcome to the show, Sounds. Hey, what a guy.
Smile a while and give your face.
Oh no! Anyway, so welcome everybody.
Gotta get it. Sorry.
Sorry, Chikara. We got distracted for a second. Let's put us on the.
That's my bad.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to that Good Morning Tea. It's a beautiful Saturday morning coming to you live from our studios, number 14 Warwick Street, in beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. This is Glory 93.9.
Remember, you'll only get the address if you bring in food. Good morning to everybody.
The address is strictly for food purposes.
For deliveries.
Yeah.
Only. No collections, no pickups.
Put it in Google.
Drop-offs and deliveries.
And find out where we're located to bring in stuff.
Not drop-offs of children or burdens.
Yeah, definitely. Or stress. None of that. Good morning, everybody. Like and share the show. This is that Good Morning Tea, DGMT, with Delton, Vera, and Yall. That's why since I dial it now, I say this is DGMT with Delton, Vera.
I can take that because y'all make the show. If it wasn't for them,
there would be no show.
And
And so go ahead and like and share it on your friends' pages to tell who send you the video. Are they?
You don't judge me.
Are they
Those of you on Facebook who can see me, I'm taking a selfie for advertising purposes.
Strictly for advertising purposes. To those listening in their cars via radio 93.9 FM, you can't see us, but you can hear us. Thank you so much for tuning in and keeping it locked right here to your favorite gospel station, which is Glory 93.9 FM. To all of you listening via TuneIn Radio all over the world, good morning to you. Hope you're having a beautiful day. It's a great day to have a great day. This is the day that God has made, which means that it's not a bad day. You do not wake up on the wrong side of the bed. There is no wrong side of the bed. It's all a good day. Why? Because God made this day.
Oh my gosh, you know that song by
It's a good day. It's Kurt Carr. It's Kurt Carr. It has Kurt Carr.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Same person.
Same guy. Short.
Yeah, short, choirish.
Christoph.
Kurt Carr.
Morning, Christoph. Christoph is here.
Good morning. Good morning. You know, I've made that little greeting for my kids.
Yeah.
Good morning, one. Good morning, or like on. So I have them every day of the week. It's the little ones, it's the small ones, the youngest ones. I have them every day of the week, and so I don't know. One day I just feeling it in my spirit. I was just like,
you put a beat to it.
Like that's it now. So when they come in and it's a morning time lesson, they'll be behind their chairs. Someone will start off.
And how does the song go?
Good morning, what? Good morning, dog. Good morning, big. Good morning, small. Good morning, short. Good morning, tall. And then everyone stops the beat, and everyone has to say, Good morning to all of y'all. That's the most primary you're going to get from me, buddy. That's the closest to primary school you're going to get from me.
You're welcome, ma'am. My apologies. A pleasant good morning. I trust and hope.
Why is Christoph apologizing early? But you do already.
To give the full greetings, I guess. It's only half greetings to give.
Well, good morning to all of your big, short, tall. Good morning, Miss Lura. Why I feel like I've not seen Miss Lura on DGMT in an age.
Yeah, and then she should type this early.
Yeah, I feel like she's come on the back end.
Yeah, she's come on the back end.
When something heavy in her spirit.
Yeah. So morning, Jody, the fellow Jamaican is here.
When you say fellow to who?
I mean, to your accent, to my heritage.
Oh, I gone on them. I gone Jamaican on them yesterday, and I was telling them off for real. They were so confused. So they're like, so did you just speak? And I was like, I sure did. I want you to try to do that one more time.
So good morning to everybody. I didn't share the thing. I tell you I'll share it, but I ain't share it, and I ain't changed my things.
And I can't find what is this? DGMT this happens in my phone every week. Every week I cannot find the DGMT flyer. Every week. Last week I saved it somewhere, so this wouldn't happen again.
We go through this every week.
Every week we do this. Delton, you have the flyer. Send me the flyer, man.
I'm sending you again. Yikes.
You have it?
Yeah, I mean it's in our chat. Just saying.
Send it one more time.
All right. Say that.
Don't call me out on radio.
Say that.
Jody, I appreciate you. I'm certified by the nationals, by the Yardies.
By the Yardies?
I've been certified by the Yardies.
The Yardies have accepted you?
Born and raised.
Kingston?
On the Kingston playground.
Kingston.
Where she spent most of her days.
Chilling outside. Relaxing.
Sit back, in.
So all right, let me make sure. Share this thing. Make it public here. And then send it back out here. Oh, pardon us still.
Pardon us. We're getting it together.
Pardon us still. I tried to send the link out. Join us. Bye. Join us live now. Call me now. Hey, all right. So, good morning, everybody. Once more again, 11:47. Only a few more minutes left to say good morning. Good morning, Mary Lightborn Walker.
Our aim is always to issue our first good morning
before time runs up.
That's the only thing we
make sure we say good morning.
We hold ourselves to, guys,
before the morning is done.
We do that for you.
And so when we get the little situation thingy there, get the number on the screen in case anybody wants to call in. Christoph, I welcome to Global Paradigm Shift. Global Paradigm Shift, Christoph went on according to Michelle, she just said it's a hiatus.
Brief hiatus.
Yeah, she said that she's on a hiatus. So I think they might be back next week. So stay tuned for next week for Global Paradigm Shift and Adrian Francis National Access. Yeah, so they say they're on a hiatus, I guess, half-term vacation.
Everyone needs a break.
Yeah.
And as we count down to the holiday next week, Monday.
Which is coming, yeah.
I love you guys for that. I love Bahamians for a holiday. Love them for a holiday. Christoph Dean. I don't know this name, but I feel like we need to say good morning to you. So welcome to DGMT. Maybe he was here looking for Global Paradigm.
Yeah, he was. He
happened to stumble
upon us. We thank you.
Stick around.
We thank you for stumbling upon us.
You should stay. We're happy you came.
I don't see Judy Maymont yet. Xavier Higgs is here.
Morning, Xavier. I miss Xavier just because I miss Xavier. And then I really need some power in my life.
Need some power.
I need some power.
Number 14 Warwick Street.
Was Xavier here when we did our initial introduction? So what we made it very clear that we give out the address of the studio for food delivery purposes.
In case someone wants to deliver some food.
In case somebody feels touched by the spirit and wants to
deliver food.
Wants to stop by here. But if not, we still wish you a good morning and are glad to have you with us. We need to do our housekeeping. Listen, this birthday season.
Yeah.
This is birthday season.
So celebrating today, let's get our birthdays out the way. You got a birthday, we got none.
So I only learned that song like last week.
Wow.
Like properly. I've heard it in my peripheral hearing. I only figured out you got a birthday, we got none. I thought that line was hilarious. I was like, pause, what?
We sing to you.
Oh, because it's not my birthday, it's yours. I get it.
There you go. So happy birthday goes
out. Love you too, Xavier.
To Sonia Willie, who celebrated on the 13th. Go back a little bit.
Style.
So it was Sonia. It was Sonia. It was Janae.
Sonia.
It was Basau, Shante.
Big
birthday celebration done this weekend for a lot of our crew.
Happy birthday to all those wonderful ladies.
And all those who celebrated.
Tomorrow we have another DGMT
who's celebrating on tomorrow.
In the person of Pachancianos,
Shani. She celebrates on tomorrow.
She celebrates on tomorrow.
Of course.
She celebrates
You said
tomorrow.
it. You said it.
Don't
try to change it now.
She celebrates tomorrow, not on tomorrow.
You said it. It's on tomorrow.
And then we have her older sister. I don't know how Trish and Chris did it, but somehow, some way.
Go back, you see what happens. Somewhere along that anniversary time.
Somebody were like, let's time. Oh, Delton, you so smart.
Some going now.
You have like an anniversary.
Yeah, it's an anniversary.
So the next day, so Shani, any day. Shani's older sister celebrates the day after her on the 17th. 7 years before, but a day after.
Our good old Malika celebrating as well. Malika Newbold.
When is she celebrating? This week?
I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh no, she does have the same, but she has the same birthday as either Cassie or Shani.
I think it's Cassie.
Well, happy birthday to Malika.
Christoph has confirmed that it is on tomorrow. That's Tea Talk English. This is powerful on today.
I hate that so much, but like that on tomorrow thing.
Oh, speaking of this, let me do this too. We want to celebrate and send congratulations to the Project 48. Is it? That's what it is. It's called Project 48, which Christoph Roll and I think Aunt Xavier's on it too.
Rightly so. Christoph's on it. Xavier's on it.
Now these top 48 millennials in the country. And I'm proud to say that we know some of them.
I can't remember count how many of them I know. I was like, nah,
I know
I'm
people.
a legit Bahamian because I know some of these people on this list. Like, not just know their names in passing, but like if I hear them in the street, we can stop and have a conversation. Yeah. I know them.
So Project Bahamas.
Y'all make me feel really proud. Really proud. Christoph and Xavier, big congratulations to you and the other 46 who are in that list.
I know Siobhan.
I do have a question.
Siobhan celebrate as well.
I do have a question.
What's the question, ma'am? Go ahead.
What y'all gonna get? Just recognition. Now recognition's enough.
I mean, it's recognition. It's a nice flyer.
A prize.
It's a nice little flyer situation.
And it's the 48
for independence.
Oh, it's a 48 I thought so. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Of course, it's a baby.
I did
Of course you know.
Because I was like 2021. I did it in my head.
Of course, because you are a baby. You should definitely know this. So Christoph is being celebrated for.
Chris was like, "We're next, Delton."
We next?
You say we next.
Christoph, I ain't glad you. I get about a strong year left for this millennial thing.
Oh,
believe it or not.
Because you're still a millennial.
I mean, by document in terms of like me feeling like they can celebrate me. Once you get past a certain age, they be like, okay, guy, you old now.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I
see what you're saying. However, when you're 50, you're still a millennial. Just don't ever
don't let
anybody tell you any different.
When I saw Christoph did a post on, was it yesterday, Christoph? He's like turning 23 soon, something like that. I was like, you have got to be kidding me.
Christoph 23.
I was like, what?
And this isn't even about the fact that your soul is old.
No, of course. No, his soul is at least 62.
I we already knew
at
that.
least
But
62.
23.
I say, Lord Jesus.
I feel like Christos was 23 when I first met him. He's been 23.
No,
all
when
this
he first met, he
time.
probably was 17. 16, 17. He still looks about 16,
Powerful.
17 now. Yeah, so he still looks about 16, 17. But shout out to them because probably Christoph, you have done a lot. So let me congratulate you again.
Because the irony of it all was he did the flyers.
No, it wasn't him.
I thought someone said
No,
Christoph did
it
the flyers.
was. I think you could correct me if I'm wrong, Christoph. I think it's Charles. I think CJ did it.
Is he
I
on
think
the
it's
list
CJ.
too?
No, I don't think he's on the
No,
list.
okay. Because I was like,
I think
put Christoph on the list and then give him the flyers to do it. Come on.
I mean, hey,
I get it.
if
I
you
get
need
it.
to.
Christoph
But
said
yes.
they have a magazine, documentaries, and other things leading up to independence. That's nice.
Yeah. So listen, we celebrate you guys on today.
That's nice. Celebrate. Oh gosh, we celebrate you today. We celebrate you today.
Glad
and then
to-
I guess we need to
glad to
shout
be a
out
part.
Mr. Charles Smith because Delton
Shout out
saying
CJ.
CJ like I know.
I'm just
I know
Arthur
that is.
Evans, the nephew, who sings praise and
You're
worship.
giving me
I show you a
more.
picture. I show you a picture. You know
You're
him.
giving me more information.
I got you. Trust me. You know him.
Thank you so much.
You know him.
So congratulations to you guys. Lionel said babies.
Yeah.
I'm all right with being a baby, you know. I'm okay. I'll be a spring chicken till
Till next year. I think
y'all can't take this away.
yesterday, this is signs of when you're getting old. Yesterday, for no reason, my knee just started hurting. I was-
Delton, if I tell you about the chest
It's like-
pain I'm dealing with,
Right now, behind my shoulder, if you could do that, like behind my shoulder, there's a pain there. Where did it come from? I'm not quite sure.
I have to get up in the mornings a certain way. I can't just get up any way I feel like.
That's rolling the
I
man.
have
Like,
to, I have to
Yeah.
move.
this is.
I don't want to talk about it. That's not why I came on DGMT.
I don't know how people like Lionel want me make it. I don't know.
Let's talk about it.
I don't know what they do. But
Lionel,
this-
tell us what it's like up there.
Yeah, when you get that high, Lionel, what like how does your life work?
That
Do you-
high, that deep, that
Do-
low, that like tell us how it goes.
bedtime routine. Do you spray down
Because that's what
WD-40?
we needed for our 30s. We needed a warning. Nobody in the 30s gave us a warning. That was the problem.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have been better prepared if somebody had like warned me it would hit so quick.
Yeah, I feel like,
Like, it would catch
at that
me so
age for
much off
Lionel
guard.
them, like before they go to sleep, they spray down WD-40, rub it in the bones, keep the bones.
Not WD-40.
WD-40, get loosen up the joints.
Lionel
Before you
said
go to
we're the
bed.
same age.
No,
Who's
we ain't even close, like
Who's we are?
we ain't even
we?
close. Good morning, Donicia. Donicia is here. Morning, Donicia.
Is we on the line?
So everybody there. So anyway, so housekeeping issues. As we continue, so congratulations to all those 48 millennials that are doing amazing job for the country of the Bahamas in whichever area they are in, digital media,
Proud to know
influencers,
y'all. Proud to know y'all. For
chefs,
real, for real.
cooks.
Oh Jesus, what is
Photographers.
this?
Oh, Jesus.
Lionel,
For those
but
that are
wait,
listening
no.
via radio, you have to go to Facebook because I read that on there.
I just don't know what to say.
It's a lot. Oh, Valencia. Oh, Valencia's here. I said, Valencia, you all get jokes. Valencia, I definitely don't know what y'all to do.
I just don't know what to say.
Once you get past a certain age, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so right now, this morning I woke up, there's a pain right behind the shoulder, right in the back here.
Lionel, I'm trying to go back and fix
You see,
it.
I answered him.
Trying to go back and fix it. And
That's
it's too late.
completely too late to fix.
Wow. Anyway,
Anyway, in other news, vaccines are still around.
I said to Delton, as long as y'all ain't take the vaccine, as long as everyone's not been vaccinated, vaccine will always be in our
Doc-
house-keeping.
Yeah,
It's
so the
always gonna
docket-
be a top
and the
topic.
docket- Second doses is
top
being
topic,
administered.
top topic. I can't
Hot
read.
topic, top topic.
Hot topic. Why can't I
A hot
speak
top topic?
English? A hot top topic.
There you
I
go.
like it.
Got it.
Like it.
So vaccine, the second dose is being administered. I have to report that it's not going as smoothly as the first one sort of
So I
did.
have a colleague who's told me that her and her BF boyfriend are
Well-
struggling to get an appointment because the appointments that are available don't meet the 10-week minimum that you need, or 10-week or 12-week. So it's too early, but then what? The next appointment is much too late and they want to go away on holiday.
Yeah.
So they were trying to get an appointment in like a certain 2-week bracket, but that 2-week bracket isn't available. And I was like, sis, right now they just want people to get vaccinated. Just go and get it. Can you not just pull up at Loyola Hall? That's it.
Bingo.
And just get it.
I don't know. I don't know the process. I haven't really been vaccinated. So I don't know.
And then of course,
exactly
did
that
you see
process
the
is.
picture of the Prime Minister and his wife sitting 6 feet apart? And y'all wouldn't just let them be.
Nope.
Y'all wouldn't just let it go.
The memes came flying
the
through.
Memes let it go. Oh, man.
And I lied. They were funny too.
I also saw something
Some of them were
about
hilarious.
how someone did like a close-up of when he was getting vaccinated and the cap was still on the needle. And people like, he didn't really take it. I was like, guys, he's just really scared of needles.
Yeah,
how would you feel doing something you're really scared of doing on national television for everybody
in front
to
of everybody to watch?
Come on now, come on.
Yeah, someone saying that the cap was still on, that it's a retractable needle.
Even if the cap is still on, it's a retractable needle. He's trying to be an example to the children. Yeah. Clearly, he can't fool you, who is grown. He's trying to be an example to the children. Miss Mary, vax.gov.bs. Are you trying to tell me there's more appointments there? Should I forward this to my colleague?
I guess you should, ma'am.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to send it to her.
Vax.gov.bs.
Imagine someone who's not been vaccinated and not planning to get vaccinated sending you vaccination information.
It's like, hey, here you go. Here's how you get straight. Here's how you get straight.
I spoke to someone I know in high places. This is the information they told me to
talk to some medical authority. Here you go.
So that's still happening, and people are on their second dose in life. Time is flying. Time flies while you're having fun. Miss Mary, that's the appointment site, but apparently the appointment site doesn't necessarily have a bunch of appointments. You understand what I'm saying? That's the issue people are dealing with.
Jade come with the explanation. Jade said the cap was on because they were trying to get a good photo before he took the actual shot.
Jade, I'm with you. I said, give him a break. Give him a break.
Things happen. Things happen. You know.
Okay, Miss Mary, I'm gonna pass that information on. Sean, are you early, good girl?
Sean is early today. Sean says hello, everybody.
Still not make it for the morning, but you earlier than usual.
She right on it. She right on the 12. She right on at the 12 o'clock. So good morning to everybody just coming in. Continue to like and share. We're just doing our housekeeping issues, getting matters out the way.
So
there's something else I want to talk about too. Let me
for
pull
housekeeping.
Let me pull the document up so I can read it.
I feel like generally, I said this to someone the other day. When I look at people's Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, there's no corona.
Oh no.
There can't be. There cannot be a rise in numbers.
And then I think there's some like a lot of
can't be
duplicitousness that is happening. I think when people look at like what the government and the politicians are saying and what the health officials are trying to say through the government, but then the government is seemingly not taking the advice of them. So there's a lot of going like where it seems like it can't be that serious because y'all saying this. However, y'all doing this.
And then I see in America the CDC have said you don't have to wear your mask no more.
But I think someone else said come like another like foundation or
the whole CDC
organization was like, don't mind that. It was like, yeah. Hold on. Don't
mind
that.
One band, one sound. One band.
There's another group that came and said like, about that. Still wear your mask.
In this critical time, one band, one sound. We all need to be singing from the same hymn sheet.
And I think that's the problem that is taking over this whole situation of Corona in the Bahamas. You know, people didn't sing the same song.
Ain't singing the same song, except they out here being vaccinated.
All right, so let me read that. This is housekeeping part number 2.
Are you putting this on the screen?
4.
Is this to do with the vaccine?
This is military education. I'm talking about the closure of schools.
Delton moved that on real quick.
Yeah,
well, vaccination.
Y'all ain't taking it.
School closing.
And those who taking it, then take it.
It's all the same. That's a point.
Yeah.
Like there's But
I mean, it ties together because I mean the ministry wanted to get teachers to get vaccinated, but I don't think that went as planned. So I think
one band.
Yeah. So the press release talked about that schools. I'm trying to find the exact one. I can't find it no more. That schools are going to be closed. If anybody have it, they can send it to me. That schools are going to be closed, and they're going to revert to
go back to 100% virtual learning.
100% virtual learning.
That was on Friday, right? Yesterday,
Tuesday, the Monday, the 25th. I think it is.
So they're going to do one more week of in school.
And that right there, my friend, is the inherent problem that I have.
Whoa. I heard that through the grapevine, and I trusted the grapevine. I just assumed
trying to find
it was as of the next school week.
Oh, see, Mary says that the fact is there are more persons in this country requiring hospitalization, and the healthcare system is challenged. That is something that we are definitely being hearing.
This is facts.
Yeah, that's
people's WhatsApp and Instagram posts.
I think Miss Mary, I think
the news didn't reach them, or they don't believe the news.
I think we need to get back, sadly, to those
fear mongering.
Yeah, but I believe because we have slowed down on the press conferences. You don't hear them anymore. There's no Ministry of Health.
I have a question about why that is. Why have we not had a national address?
Because I think now it's like, we need the economy to open. So let me just tell you all, hey man, wash your hands. Yet, let's do some things though.
Because I mean, looking at the patterns, looking at the strain on the healthcare system, looking at the increase in numbers and we should have some kind of national address. Even if it is for the Prime Minister to give us one of those your grandpa talks. Stay home, I got your hip. One of them ones that like that vibe, even if it's not to say, oh, I'm locking you down, just to address the nation. And because we said this before, that when you saw the flyer to say the Prime Minister was going to address the nation, it did something to you psychologically, because mentally you felt there was a bracing, because you realized that it's coming because something's not good. Maybe we need that. We didn't like it back then. I didn't like it. I didn't like the psychological, the negativity that just came with seeing a post that said national address. Yeah. Maybe we need that negativity back.
I think without that, now we have what we have now. Because now it's like, anyway, guys, so we partying this week or not? It's like, where the party going to be? Not we partying. Where's the party going to be?
It's like when you train children to respond to punishment a certain way, and then suddenly you don't use that form anymore. They don't know what to do. The children in the streets confused. They don't know what to do. They were used to getting a cut hip via a national address once a week, every couple of weeks. Like they haven't had one for a while. Lawlessness. They don't know how to act.
So it's like we're hearing from the healthcare professionals or someone from who are talking out saying that the system is still challenged, still happening. And then you hear from the government, we better cancel curfews on some islands. We better lift some curfews. Let's go back to living your best lives. And so it's like this double message that's being given there.
Man.
You want to feel for the nurses and the doctors because they're talking this thing here, but then the reports that is being published and put in the newspapers is, listen, guys, we suing free.
I really feel like
it's like we suing free, guys.
Is the most honorable, not right honorable.
The most,
right? We had a whole show about that.
Yeah.
The most honorable Prime Minister Hubert Minnis needs to do a national address. And it don't even need to be long. I just think the flyer needs to go out. He could even cancel it, but the flyer needs to go out, because what will happen in our minds will be like, times is hard.
We going back.
Crisis, alert. Abort mission, abort party. Like, I feel like we need that.
There's enough feeling anymore. There's enough feeling of concern. I mean, that dashboard used to go out. You used to look for that. Now it's like in an Excel sheet.
You said that before.
And it's like,
in a PDF.
Yeah, PDF.
That you gotta download.
Someone screenshot it, and post it up. So it seems like now it's just like we can just put some things out there. Like there's not that kind of concern anymore.
I feel like countries all over the world are having similar issues because, of course, my other home, the UK, I'm staying on top of their business. Not really because I care too much, but because I want to go home in summer. So I'm trying to just understand what they're doing.
What's happening now?
I'm trying to understand what they're doing. So they had like a plan, like a step-by-step reopening plan. And it's been going excellently well until they discovered cases of the Indian variant in the UK. First of all, you all need to stop being disrespectful. I don't like the fact that we've given these variants country names.
Countries? Yeah.
Like the country intentionally.
China gone. Now it's
like
India.
The Indian variant. I don't like that. Anyhow, because, it's like you start discriminating. Because I wish I took a picture of it. On BBC News, they had an article about the Indian variant and how Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK, is he's not threatening, but he's saying that the possibility, because June the 21st was basically their deadline for opening everything, like going as close back to normal as possible. Like Monday coming was the day that children no longer needed to wear masks in schools. Okay. My friend messaged me this week to say she was in a fitting room in a clothes store for the first time since March 2020. So they've been opening bit by bit by bit, but now Boris Johnson is saying, because of the Indian variant and cases of it that have been discovered, there is a risk that the June 21st deadline to have all things back to normal, which I have been hanging on to because I want to go the week after, may be pushed back, right? So they have an article about it in the BBC News. And the picture they use for the article is a big old, them flashing light signs. It says, if you're feeling sick, go get tested. Be aware of the Indian variant. And beside this big flashing sign, it's a group of 3 Indian boys just walking, or Asian-looking boys. I said, you guys did not try. You guys did not try. You didn't try.
They put a
I don't
picture.
like that variant characterization. It's the Indians, it's the this, it's the that. I like
Because
it.
I'm trying to say, like, hey, it ain't us. Remember, there's a time when they said it's a British version, there's a British strain that's going around. So they're trying to say, hey,
I
this
ain't gonna
one.
lie. You don't hear
This
British
is our
strain
one.
and feel scared though. There's nothing intimidating about the British strain or the British variant.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what let y'all know.
that variant sounds like a weak cup of tea. That's what that variant sounds like.
Yeah, so anyway, that's where we are now. So ministry says that as it gets closer to the national exams, that they're going to go back to
Oh gosh.
not virtual
100% virtual.
sessions. Which to me, here's why I say I think it sounds where the duplicitousness comes in, where you make it seem as if like we're doing this because we are concerned about the health of our children. However, y'all stay in there till 25th though. It's like
I don't understand.
we are facing a problem here, man. We are very
that I
cognizant of
don't
the fact
understand.
of how bad this disease is.
Right.
So
I would love to know
on the
the
25th,
logic behind that.
yeah, I think you get it for exams. Like I say, during exam time, if you don't have a final exam, like I guess BJC, a class, something like that, then you stay home.
And I mean, from the end of March, school is pretty much done. Like teachers aren't teaching anything new. So honestly, guys, I'd only say this on DGMT. If my school, after the 28th, if they tell us, okay, guys, we're going virtual, I'm not going to have a problem with that. I will have
For right now.
no concerns. I need us to get to the 28th, though, because that's all like exams and like, I mean, I get it. But I get it. I do get it then, because I think the idea is that there is a risk to the children. We trust that schools are taking the necessary measures, but we don't need to keep the children in
much longer
unnecessarily.
All right, it's good cover.
I'm starting to ask a lot of questions about school and education, period. Because one, we can have a whole school year virtually and do the same exams. Mm-hmm. Two, we can end the school year. We can pretty much admit that we're ending the school year at the end of May. Yeah. We're kind of confessing that nothing after the last week in May is valuable.
Which is true.
So there are some things we got to evaluate. Guys, let us just really think about this stuff. So, I've embarked on this course of education, right? And we've been studying sociological functions of education. And one of them is a latent function. School is just for childcare. It's to keep the kids off the street and allow the parents to go home and make money and to keep the unemployment rate in countries down. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it sounds true.
So,
y'all just say like a
all that being said, I've answered my question. That's exactly why we're keeping them on virtual. Unemployment rate, gotta keep that down.
It just makes sense. It definitely makes sense.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is. School right now. I said this last week. I feel like teachers who were, if you stayed online past February, you started to not see the need to go back to school.
Yeah.
Because you taught the majority of the content, you'd hustled through the struggle, you got over the rough patches, and you were making it work. After February, going back to school is an inconvenience. So that's why most teachers are like, yeah, let me go home. Let me go home.
I can do this. I
can do this. I have been doing it.
So it's fine.
And y'all haven't changed the requirements and I've made this work. So let go. I still have to give in my lesson plans every week. My children still have to learn the same exact curriculum. And I made it work. So y'all can do what you want.
So for you,
shout out to your teachers.
For the school that you are currently teaching, there's not much, y'all don't do it, but there's not much emphasis placed on national exams. It's more so.
As in BJCs, BGCSEs? Yeah. No. So children can independently sign up for BJCs, BGCSEs. The school does hold them, as in, we do
have a set off. So we
do invigilate. We do hold the exams, invigilate the exams for students that sign up to it. But we don't teach our curriculum to the BGCSE, BJC exams.
So do they get like extra classes on the side?
So before coronavirus, they used to have extra classes, but those were paid for. Because alternatively, these kids would have tutors. Or they'd just be freestyling going into the exam. This year, it's kind of like teachers take those kids in your class are going to do it, put them aside and see if you can help them out.
I like it.
Yeah. So I have one student who I'm going to, after our end of year exams, I'm going to be sitting with him every lunchtime for a couple of days to get him ready for the exam.
Actually, it's Christoph comment. Christoph say when COVID came, prom went down the drain. Graduations got simplified to Zoom, where they're always the person who keeps unmuting their mic while somebody's
Christoph,
screaming their head
the
off.
hasn't yet changed.
I didn't even think about the graduations, the Zoom graduations.
And that's going to happen again. Graduation's going to be virtual again.
Yeah.
Graduation's going to be virtual again. Prom's going to be cancelled again.
Yeah. Because you can't, there's no way to do that.
But honestly, some schools did such a great job with virtual graduation. I'm wondering if you ever have to do in-person graduation again.
Saves money. Saves a lot of money for the schools.
There's a lot of stuff we have to wonder. Do we really need to do this again?
That's one of the things I thank God for Corona for. Corona has definitely exposed a lot of dumbness that we do and unnecessary things that we do.
There are companies that have whole buildings that they pay light for, rent for, everything for. Their employees have been working from home equally as effective, if not more effectively, because you're putting pressure on people to work from home and do more work. Listen, work from home, WFH. Hashtag.
Yeah, and so I think this Corona talk is going to be around for another year or two thing. Yeah, two more years. Yeah,
oh man,
1 year.
Not 2 not with the vaccination. I'm telling you, the UK trying to go back to their living their regular best life.
Yeah, but is it because it's not existing or they're just ignoring it?
No, because people are getting vaccinated.
Oh, so
the whole plan or steps to normal life are based on how many people they had vaccinated by a certain deadline.
Got it.
So if we had a certain amount of people vaccinated by April, then we would open this. And they're on course.
And the whole idea of that herd immunity.
The only issue is Indian variant is different. It doesn't respond to vaccine.
So I'll do vaccine for that.
Oh Lord Jesus, we talking about BJCs. God, the Lord bless and keep you. More money for creatives in technology. Y'all do your thing, Christoph. Make this season work for you.
Christoph, you need an extra hand. Let me know.
Make this thing work for you.
Christoph, let me know. I have a camera available. Just give me a call.
Christoph, I can talk to you about Delton offline because we gotta deal with Delton. Man, talk to him.
Delton Roll says, so this idea that BCSE accesses the retention of the Bahamian student doesn't truly apply to every Bahamian student. No. There are some with the exception.
I mean, exams.
So they say not a BCSE, but that's exams in general.
Isn't the idea that exams assess the retention of every student? You all just have a special exam
to try to do everybody. But not everybody.
Because you got Nigerian students taking the BGC and BGCSEs in schools that teach that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not sure what the point of the pastor is right here. I ain't sure what he's doing there. I ain't sure what he's attacking. I'm not sure who he's coming for. I
don't need my kids to be home, bro. Face to face for me.
Oh no, school isn't one of those. School isn't one of those institutions that face to face. Virtual was a nice little thing. I know.
Betty Julianne says, I just want to go away without having my nose assaulted. It's going to happen if you want to go away right now. Or you can get vaccinated, man.
I was going to say, if you're going away, period, for a good while, that might be 2 years or 3 years. I see the attack of the
it's a noise.
That's above my pay grade.
So the Ministry of Education has no issue with students graduating in the Bahamas not taking our exams. No,
again, above my pay grade. My personal opinion is I don't see why they should.
I guess when you call it the national exam, that the nation should take the national exam. There's a lot of crackling happening. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I can't hear any crackling.
You know it? So it's only me?
Yeah.
Yikes.
How do we have a vaccine but ain't no other options for me to test that's accepted to go? So Julie, are you basically saying you want to pick from all the vaccines? You want them to spread them in front of you and you say, I'm feeling for the Pfizer today. That's what you want?
No, I think she might be like a kind of test. You want another kind of test? Because I would like another kind of test. Like, why you guys do mouth swabs yet? I think mouth swabs.
I feel like it's been a long time. We should have. Yeah. So why do some students in the Bahamas have to take exams and others don't have to?
Because some students are not applying for.
I think it depends
University of the Bahamas.
It depends what system you subscribe to. That system determines what you have to do.
Because not all schools are subject to the Ministry of Education's quote unquote. This is the path that you're going to take for
and there are certain
your
and based on my understanding, private schools that do enforce the same requirements is because they receive certain assistance from the Ministry of Education, and so they are.
Now, a number of businesses still ask for national exam results when hiring at entry level,
And I feel like parents who send their children to international schools or private schools, you got to count the cost. Count the cost.
I think those parents, I mean, whether you want to believe it or not, they have hookups.
Delton, I'm not by me and I can't say it.
Yeah, I mean, they have hookups.
I'm not from the Bahamas.
I don't really get about that. That's the road. It's utter buffoonery that some are above the system. This above the system philosophy trickles all through our country. I'm trying to decide if I want to take the pastor on. With this the debate on
if I've drank enough of this coffee to take him on.
And I think it's always amazing to me, first of all, that there are schools here that are giving the Ministry of Education a stamp of approval, and they say that they're not preparing their students for the national exam. So why you don't need approval? You need approval for? I'm not doing what you said me to do. I'm going to use my own system. I'm going to use my own curriculum. I'm going to use my own way of teaching the students. I'm going to give them an exam that's based on the international rules. And so don't get in their business. I think the ministry has made that public. To believe it or not, the ministry has made that public that they don't get involved in private institutions' way of teaching their children. That was said in the press conference during this whole coronavirus situation in the virtual school. That the ministry doesn't get involved in that aspect of private schools curriculum. Like, that's not their job. So the national exam, we make it available. If you choose not to take it, it's on you.
Because what's the premise of private education? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the premise of private education is to function so that it operates for whatever reason outside of the parameters of public education. So, for example, in other countries, private education may be motivated by the fact that they want to have a faith school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So in countries where there is a ban on teaching Christianity or promoting a particular faith in public schools, people open private schools in order to operate how they so wish. Mm-hmm. So I kind of feel like I understand the principle of private schools. And I understand that the principle of private schools operate because there are certain parameters that public schools operate in, or there are certain restrictions, requirements that public schools have to fulfill, that there are people who have the means to choose.
Yeah.
If you don't have the means to choose, or you have the means to choose and don't want to make the choice, I feel like that's up to you.
So
I also disagree that there's the idea is that they are above the system. I think they are outside, not above. Because above implies that there is an implication that you're better than. And I think people perceive it that way because it's money that gives you access to that kind of choice. It's money that gives you access to the option. But I disagree that it's above. But hey, that's just me.
This particular commencer.
Paragraph. Let's go.
Doesn't the Ministry of Works have rules for all residents and citizens? Does the Ministry of Health policies apply to everyone? Does the Ministry of Finance apply to everyone? So then how can the Ministry of Education standards only apply to those that want to apply it? What is this? Jody Hand says these schools are designed for the purpose of international education. No? Lyle says schools that don't enforce national exams are preparing their students for continuing education abroad. So they have no concern or care for the BGCSE because I don't plan to go to UB because when I take my BGCSEs to the University of Indiana, they have no idea what that is.
Right.
I do not care. Private education in the Bahamas should be subject to what we do with education in the Bahamas, says that commencer.
My thoughts, and something to throw out there, because Lionel's raised this concept, and Jody's saying you're preparing international schools prepare for international education. Bahamian schools prepare for further Bahamian education. So is the challenge not to the Bahamas to offer? I'm not saying I'm just throwing this out there. Is the challenge not to Bahamian education to offer something more varied? Considering the nature of the citizenship, the nature of further education in a country that doesn't have hundreds of higher education institutions, has one.
Yeah.
has one university and then, other alternatives. Should there not be some adaptation? Like maybe the ministry should vary the kind of options that are being offered, because private schools are diversifying in lots of ways, not just in the fact that, one school refuses to doesn't teach BGCSEs. And also, just to throw it out there, the offering is there. The teaching isn't there, but the offering is there. Yeah. And the assistance is there. Now, to whatever extent, that's arguable. But shouldn't the education system in a country be tailored to the citizenship of that country? Do you know what I mean? This is the nature of the Bahamas. It attracts foreigners. That's the number one, what's it called? Industry here is tourism. It's about how well you sell your country to the rest of the world. And then you think of the next sector, which is the financial sector, and how international that is by nature. So therefore, shouldn't the foundation, the education system, maybe offer a more varied product, possibly? But our tourism, could that be the question?
Our tourism idea model is not to get you to live here.
No. I'm just saying the nature of the country is to attract. Then if you think of the next one, which is finance, the financial sector, that's very international by nature. Because most of these people who send their children to international schools are part of that sector. Or the first one, the second one. They work in the first one, tourism, or they work in the second one, finance.
I think they're probably work in the financial area more than the tourism sector. Anyway, let's get some more comments before they build up, because these comments get long.
How did we get here?
Is the private sector business solely dictated to by the government, or is there room for their corporate mandates?
That's above my head.
So are they, and Vera, suggesting that students that go through the public school system are not able to easily assimilate into University of Indiana or any other university?
They're not able to assimilate, but what they have attained doesn't necessarily translate as well in terms of currency. When you waive that certificate, it doesn't weigh as much. It doesn't hold as much clout. I'm not saying what you were prepared for in school doesn't reflect those skills, but unfortunately, just like when people ask me, oh, where are you getting your master's? And I say the name of the university, like, what's that? Is that real? Is that accredited? The name of things, the name of certificates, the renown of a particular examination board, they carry different weight around the world. So yeah, I'm not arguing that you can't assimilate, because students do. But what I'm saying is, if you think about what carries weight, what is currency, you're trying to translate from...
They don't respect our BGCSE. What do you say?
Oh, I didn't say that.
So you're saying they don't respect our exam. Anyway, how do we get here again?
No, you're not disagreeing with me, because I didn't agree. I didn't disagree with your point. You've missed my point entirely. My point was what the certificate, the currency that the certificate carries, not the skills or the ability. I did not once say that. So please retract that statement, because you wanted to make a point and you were hoping I would disagree to make your point, and I did not disagree. So please carry that back. I did not say that. I did not say that at all.
For the rest of us out here on DGMT, how y'all doing this morning? As these two have these
No. Pastor Denzel came with an agenda this morning.
For everybody else, how y'all doing this morning? Everybody good? Everybody's all right, living their best lives? Vaccinated or not vaccinated?
And the question is, we rowing, right? I'm throwing this out there. We rowing.
Strike it from the record.
And and I think the reality is, if everybody had the means, right? Financial means to send their child to whatever institution they would like. I would like to see the choices that people would make and what they would base their choices on. I believe variety is attractive.
It is. My problem is, obviously, this is from a commenter on Facebook. His name is Denzel Rule. My problem is, obviously, we don't value our exams. If we did, we would make them value it. I think that's a discussion that's above us. Vera is not responding anymore.
No. I'm reading Michelle's comment.
Lance says, we can offer a varied education product, but the main focus should be on the majority, and the truth is the majority of our students won't go to school abroad. All schools that operate in the Bahamas should prepare students for the national exams. I should have that choice, private or otherwise.
And that choice still exists. Because you can sign up for national exams in a private school that doesn't teach it.
But does it prepare you for it? It
No. You said I should have the choice otherwise.
Nobody says all schools that operate in the Bahamas should prepare students for the national exams.
No, they don't. All schools do not prepare.
No, they say they should.
I don't agree with that. I
think
don't
they should?
agree with that. No.
You don't Bahamian, that's why.
And let's remember that at all times. I'm not. I'm one of them people. I'm one of those people that the Bahamas wave to abroad, and I decided to come here. I'm carrying my 2 legs and my life here.
And you should teach our national exam them students.
You can't make me do a.
Good morning, Michelle Johnson Votto says, good morning, all. But Vera, the BHS is not a real currency for most international institutions.
Michelle, you said that harsh. I didn't say it like that. But essentially, I don't disagree with that point.
Once again, that's just it. It shouldn't be a choice. It should be mandated.
Okay, that's great. I think make choices that enforce those things, those beliefs on your children. I think that's a good move too.
Julianne says the National Exam Board don't even prepare for the
Julianne, I didn't want to go there with the conversation because I don't have that right. I think that goes, to be fair, the principle of examinations, period, national exams, not in the Bahamas, but everywhere. I have an issue with. So I'm fighting a fight that I really don't want to be in the first place because I have an issue with exams as a concept.
That says when you come here, Vera, you teach what we do here in this country, and we should mandate that.
Y'all could do whatever you like till such a time as that is mandated. I will carry on smartly doing what I'm doing, and I would like the record to reflect the life I'm living right now is my very best life. The life I am living now is.
And your other job was it international?
Very best life. No, that's not considered international.
The previous one now.
No, yeah.
So they did preparation for the national.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do national exams, but I think their mandate too is because they are partially government funded.
Yeah, sure. But this is secondary education. At a certain point, it doesn't count on your CV. At a certain point, for the majority of Bahamians, because we live in the Bahamas, that CV usually ends right there. That CV usually ends right there. That's secondary education. It doesn't go much further past that for a bevy of students. Julianne says it's the same tests, the same 5 tests from the first 5 years.
Julianne finds a way to make this point every single DGMT.
And in true form, march on Bahama line. March on Bahama line.
I'd like the record to reflect that I hate this terminology, but I just feel on this day it's appropriate. as an expat who has worked in a system that enforced the national exam, and I am ready for anyone to come for me. I will sit down and have this conversation with you because we spending all this time on DGMT talking about this. As an expat who has spent time teaching the national exam and working in an institution that teaches the national exam and is renowned for its success
we have guests. Y'all bring food? Y'all come hailing. Everybody bring food.
No. That's not how this works.
You don't come in the hail.
First of all, how do you get here? Secondly, where is the food? Anyway,
we have guests coming to the studio, but they didn't bring any food.
I would, no, let me not say as a person and an educator. As a person, as an educator who has worked in a system that enforces the beliefs of the likes of Lionel Bonamy and Bishop Denzel Rolle, and does it with great success, renowned great success. And as an educator and a person who has worked in the alternative, in the system that does not uphold those beliefs and teaches to an international exam and does not prepare its students for the Bahamas national exam, and as a woman who intends in the near future to have children that will go to school, I would choose the international exam. I would choose an international education over the alternative. And anybody who wants to know why, I can give you my number and you can call me and we could have that conversation.
For those who want Vera number is
555.
For those who want to have that discussion with Vera. Anyway, I don't know how we got to this particular topic.
It's been heavy on Pastor
I was just talking about the national exams.
That's been heavy on Pastor Denzel's spirit. I'm glad he was able to get out of his chest.
Definitely.
I'm glad
while in the Bahamas, you should do what Bahamas does. You don't care what international.
I think, Michelle, we're talking about the fact that not some private schools don't teach the MOE curriculum.
Yeah,
they teach a completely different curriculum.
There's no attempt to even talk about GCSEs.
Yeah.
Because that's not relevant. I think that was the aspect that probably Pastor Denzel's coming from, that once you are here.
Why? Michelle, you have my number. I could call you. You can call me and find out.
And while you are here as a Bahamian citizen, not a Bahamian citizen, but as a Bahamian resident, or you in a school that's in the
now,
Bahamas,
mind you, let me say this now. Let me say this too.
you should take the course.
It ain't every it's not every international exam. It's the one I'm familiar with. That curriculum. I'm not going to say which one it is because I'm not trying to sell any curriculum. But yeah, it's not every, I would just pick an international option. No. There's a particular international option that I would favor. And I have found that it's offered in the Bahamas. And I would.
My son says, hey, Eunice is here. Eunice, just hello,
hey,
family.
Eunice.
Hello, Eunice, ma'am.
Sending you hugs and love.
My last point, having attended the institution that Nana is now employed at. They think they better than us.
And that's the root of it. It's not the principles behind teaching an international curriculum. It's the viewpoint. It's the perspective that people who are outside of it look into and see. Now, Pastor Denzel, you've been there. They think they better than you. That's fine.
I'll say, and we are empowering them to continue with that. No concern about Jesus. No concern about moral code. They do whatever they please. Mess, he says. It's mess and caps.
They do whatever they please, like just lawlessness.
I mean, I know a few people from there. There's some lawlessness.
I work there. There's no lawlessness. They ain't no Jesus, but there ain't no lawlessness.
There's some lawlessness. they do what they want. Y'all do what y'all want there.
What? Like what? Give me an example.
Illegal activities.
Like what?
Y'all do what y'all want.
Like what?
I know people who sold things on there.
That's illegal, though.
Exactly what I'm saying. Illegal activities. Y'all feel like they're doing illegal activities.
We're trying to say that the kids in that are learning the Ministry of Education's curriculum don't do illegal things in school.
The police come first. How often y'all searches on there?
Huh?
How often y'all police searches on there?
How often you find police searches where I wasn't the last school I went to? Hello, hi.
See,
hello, hi.
Are they better than us?
Nah. Oh, they think they better than you too. I've heard it said. Like
the great Ron Burgundy said, when in Rome. Do y'all have food? Y'all have any food for us? Y'all have any snacks or anything like that? 3 half slices of French toast. That's.
I'm not in. He's not. Give me the things. Oh, Kosi mini skirts today.
Oh,
wow.
Summertime. You ready for photo shoot? You going for a photo shoot or something like that? No? I mean, the camera's out there, so let me know. We
can put the camera on. Right quick, catch up.
Huh?
Yeah. All the time. We've had special guests come to visit DGMT. Some of them have never seen an episode of DGMT in their lives. But somehow they're in the studio.
They're like, hold on, y'all have a show today? What y'all doing here today? Exactly. And this is a person that is a friend to Vera and myself. One may say even a co-worker if you had a business together. I'm the best friend.
Now they can hear you on the camera. Anyway, we've been derailed. We've been hijacked, hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok. That's what's happening. I won't stop it. No, you came for me. You drew me out. I ain't stopping. I stop and you stop.
So anyway, as we conclude this segment of housekeeping, when in Rome, do as.
I'm with Dwayne. Because wherever I go, I got to fly the flag of where I am.
Yeah.
It can't be in a system of, what's it called? A kingdom divided cannot stand.
I think that's what we have. We have a kingdom divided.
Kingdom divided cannot stand.
We have a kingdom divided. It's not good. It's not cool.
Thank you so much.
So that part of housekeeping was just us dealing with the fact that schools are going to be closed for national exams for face-to-face learning. That's what we discovered from here. That as soon as May 25th comes, because of COVID-19,
those kids are going to be home.
But what they said, someone sent me the document just now in regards to this the notice by the Ministry of Education. Also, you can eat. Oh, you take your camera too? Oh, yeah, go ahead. It's off. You can use your phone though. Let me just get the document so I can say exactly what they said for the national exams. They said that please note that during the face-to-face suspension, teachers are expected to continue instruction on the virtual platform. I guess for those students that are not doing the exam, the remote work policy must be followed, and staff members must be reminded that the principal has the authority to decide whether they can perform their duties at home. So it's not apparently some people still coming to work, I guess.
Who, teachers?
Yeah. Schools should seek to make hard copy learning packages available to students who do not possess devices. And effective Monday, the 7th of June, 2021 to Friday, 18th of June, face-to-face instruction and end-of-term examinations will continue. So this is not until the end of school year. This is just for that week. So once that week is gone by, so this doesn't really have anything to do with COVID-19. I guess it does, because they want to have space for the students to do their exams without being interrupted by other students. They're making the entire campuses strictly for exams for that week.
That's a good story.
And then after that, they're going back to everybody. Come on in. Let's have a ball together.
That's a good story.
Let's go back in. So that's where they're at right now. And so that's it for that housekeeping issue. All right. So moving right along with today's show. Excuse me.
Delton.
Nah, I need some water. My throat
So
is
coffee
dry.
ain't doing it?
My coffee done finished long time.
Oh.
It's a long time I've been gone.
I'm sipping on this iced coffee.
Yeah. So anyway, in today's news and reviews.
I don't know what Delton's going to do next. This is my favorite part.
No, that's your video. I played your video.
I didn't know you were going to play that because you had something too.
I had a video?
No, you had a picture.
Oh, with
That has to go up.
There's
something about DGMT is like we try to move on to new things, right? Like we try to find new topics and cracking break new territory. But y'all is just do the same.
So for those that are on
Over
radio,
and over again.
I don't want to say it, but I don't have to say it just so you can understand what's happening. I'm gonna put it on the
faithful DGMTers will know we have talked about this before.
Many times. I'm gonna put on the Facebook for those on Facebook. But for those of you that are on radio, I don't want to say it, but I'll have to say it for you.
I
So
remember my initial reaction.
This is now part 2 of the show. We've done the first hour.
I thought we're not gonna have a commercial break. I feel like we need a commercial break after the Bishop Roll and Miss Wilson hustle and tussle.
Let's put this up here first then.
Okay.
So y'all to think about it. We can take a quick 30-second break. Maybe 45 seconds.
Oh Lord.
This was posted. This came across my timeline the other day. And I was confused.
I can't.
So there was this post that was for females, that was inspiring females and encouraging females to become. For those on Facebook, you can look at the screen now. And it tells you that this is what you're going to become. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to take that in. But for those on radio, it is encouraging people to be sisters living. The first one was sisters living under the Spirit. That's the first thing that I saw.
First of all, they missed a really good opportunity here.
For what?
It should have been sisters living, because for the long line, sisters living under the anointing of the Holy Spirit. They could have gone slatas.
That doesn't help.
They could have gone slatas.
So it was sisters living under the Spirit. But the long name is sisters.
Because sisters living under the Spirit. The Spirit of what? That don't tell me nothing.
The anointing of the Holy Spirit.
Slatas would have been it.
So new slogan for life leading ladies, Yasmin.
Yasmin got in the right time too. I cannot.
New slogan.
There's no discussion to be had here.
New slogan for life leading ladies.
They missed a good opportunity.
So they could have been slugs. Sisters living under God's Spirit.
DGMT.
Wow, new conference coming in for Life Worship Center beginning starting in June. There is a Sluts for Christ campaign.
Goodness.
SLUTS for Christ campaign.
Based on our conversation last week, that's their truth.
That's it. And we can't tell them.
Can't tell me nothing.
New
I don't care. That's their truth. That's their truth. Based on our conversation last week and the conclusion we came to at the end, that's their truth. If you don't like, don't go. But you all in here with all of this nonsense. Can't be serious. Down for it. With all these comments.
What type of darkness is this?
On
No.
all of this, no. You're being judgy.
looks very shocked.
You're being very
So
judgy.
it says, Lord have mercy.
Well, not one of you put up the Baptist finger and just said, I'm a head out. I don't know what y'all doing, but
Yasmin,
I'm a head
take
out.
it, Yasmin. Take it, run with it. Believe.
Because who are you to say that the anointing, that same anointing that they speak of,
and that they living under?
That
same anointing that they living under?
I have one problem with the whole thing.
What's that?
Again, I'm not judging you. This is just the reason I'm not going to go. I don't like that little silhouette challenge thing they had going on. I don't like that.
That's your big problem with
That's
that.
not a problem. I didn't like the silhouette because she wearing a mini dress. That's it.
First of all,
If the silhouette,
the fact that you went this deep to look at the silhouette,
first lady-ish with a hat and like a A-line mini kind of thing,
cool.
I'd have been like, "No, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to pull me. I see you trying to take something of the work. I see." But here, I was like, "No, she's wearing bedroom clothes. She has that tousled bedroom hair, that little silhouette." Mm-mm.
So the silhouette's problem for you. That's where you draw the line.
The rest of it,
so the silhouette.
I can't speak to that.
So new slogan coming in.
They are not redeeming it because sis look very, very much.
Lila wants to know. So first of all, Gar says slut has been redefined. So now we must change
just like
that.
we discussed last week. We taking those things.
We taking it back.
We taking it back from the world.
Taking back those things.
Taking back
from what
those things
the
from
devil
the
stole.
world. Like the devil stole. My God. My
And
God.
so,
my God.
Let me get your comments here. This is funny. So we should be like their Ghostmates.
Lionel, my slut ass. My slut ass. I need to find.
First of all,
and
Cigar say they wear leggings on the top here, so stop it. They wear leggings and a top. So that's not as dressed. That's the blouse that's long to cover the leggings. Thank you,
it
Shakara.
definitely was sleeveless though, Shakara.
What is it, sleeveless now?
It was very
No,
sleeveless.
it's like a leotard. It's like
There's
tight.
no
It's
cap.
tight.
That sleeve had no, and Shakara, you know about the cap sleeve. That sleeve had no cap. You missed some comments higher up.
Oh, what I miss? Every So Jody Ann says that the same anointing didn't tell them this was not a good idea.
That's why you can't speak about it.
Exactly.
Because maybe it was a good idea for them.
Every day we stray further and further away from glory.
But the whole idea of sluts is to bring you under the anointing.
Yep,
You've been
we
away
changed it.
from it. You moved from under it and we're bringing you back.
Jody Ann said they're redeeming the silhouette
I
challenge.
can't.
Twin comes in capital letters. Foolishness about this, my truth. My truth, your truth, their point of view. Truth is not subjective. There
Your
is
God,
but
my God, our view. All I know is one thing nowadays. We all need hope. We all need
you
faith.
find the song. There's but one truth. When you
Big
want to
ups to
reference
music.
an opinion, reference opinion, but let's not twist everyone's personal perspective or reality as truth.
I hope Dwayne is not coming for me.
Big difference.
I hope you are not.
Yeah, that's where they're
coming
now. SLUTS for Christ. Yes. So what if we don't want them?
What if we don't want what?
You don't want to be that? You don't want a name?
That's what I'm saying. If it's not for you, it's not for you, innit?
Oh,
Someone's going to be like, you know
somebody
what?
said stop.
He brought me from a mighty Lord.
Yeah.
And they're going to go because they feel like that's calling me.
So they-
Clearly,
so
our
that's it.
DGMT
They're
viewers,
taking it- they're
you
taking
are
it
not
back.
the target audience.
Yeah, because y'all ain't ready.
You're not the target audience.
So should I play the next video too? Since we talked about this, seeing
Which one?
what the churches be doing, the one you sent me last night. Should we?
For the bands?
Huh?
For the bands?
What about?
For the banter?
Yeah,
Play it.
with the according to Stocks, the bishop of what? What do you say? What bishop of the church? Whatever it is.
I know.
Should we play that?
Yeah, why not?
You can do that. Pull one up
How y'all feel about this?
because
I'm about to expose myself. When we watch this, I'm about to really, really, you know, like in the body of Christ, you want to be transparent in our walk. I'm going to be very transparent. Play it, Delton.
now we can do a commercial break. So commercial break, then we can come back and we can play this video. This video was sent to me by Vera.
Hold on.
This morning.
In the commercial break, you're going to send the one I sent to you first. Play that.
Play that one?
Commercial break.
Got it. So,
Because I can't be here when you play that. Because if I'm here when you play that, this show is over.
and so we're gonna take a quick commercial break to not hear from our sponsors. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, just a break, because it's an hour in. And so keep it locked right here to Glory 93.9 FM for those listening via radio. Don't touch your dials unless you're leaving your car. If you're leaving your car, go in your house, go to Facebook. Glory 93.9 FM or Delton Roll or on YouTube, Glory 3.9 FM. So that's a quick commercial break as we break. So
make sure my mic is off.
Enjoy.
This kind of prayer, you will be strong. You will be strong. Shabayaba kama mama kabaraba speaking tongue. We speak in tongue. We speak in tongue. Shabayaba kama mama kabaraba speaking tongue. We speak in tongue. You will be strong. I can pray with understanding. This kind of prayer, you will be strong. You will be strong. Shabayaba kama mama kabaraba speaking tongue. We speak in tongue. We speak in tongue. Shabayaba kama mama kabaraba speaking tongue. We speak in tongue. You will be strong. I can pray with understanding.
The word to me. It's not the fact that Mom's like doing this.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you a true story.
It's the fact
right?
that she found these words
The true story
to
is
go with this song.
no, but Delton, not only did she find the words to go with this song, because we didn't even get to hear the bridge. I can pray with understanding. I want to know what she was going to say next. That's
Yeah.
number one. Number two, she did not just throw out whatever tongues she was feeling in the moment.
No.
That was a set tongue for the beat. That was a set tongue for this moment. I'm going to add to this. It pains me that I know where she is. That's in London. I know exactly what
You
shopping
lie.
I know exactly what shopping centre she is standing
I
outside
thought that was
of.
somewhere in the UK. It's somewhere in America.
No love.
Oh, that's y'all.
She's in West Croydon.
Oh, this is your
West
people.
Croydon
This-
shopping
This is your people.
centre.
Well,
Honestly,
listen.
I'm just proud of sis for making it onto Church of Laugh. I'm proud of her for
So
coming up.
to me, first of all, like shout outs to her for total equipment out there. Shout outs
Oh, and
to
the
her.
comments were like, "Oh, this woman again. She is. She's
Oh,
stable.
she's well known.
She's stable. She's known. She's known. That wasn't the debut of that single. That single has been played like people. Julie, don't try and spell it out. Please don't try and spell it out. I want you to know when I saw this. Who sent? A friend of mine tagged me in this. It was maybe Wednesday. It was Wednesday. Yes, it was Wednesday. Because I had 2 lessons after lunch and I watched it in the lunch break. I could not catch myself. Like I was unable. Like I couldn't. The kids were like, Miss Wilson, are you okay? And I was just like I couldn't catch, like proper tears, laughing. That is the funniest thing on the internet in about 6 months. She wins. I
think
all.
it's just the confidence she has.
No, but she believes in what she's saying.
That's the thing, like the confidence you have, like I'm gonna make a song. Not just any song. I want to take somebody else's song, take their melody.
And she has backup.
I'm going to reclaim it.
Because in the background, the man is dancing and handing out flyers. Like there's a group of people who thought this was a good idea. It wasn't just she just got me like, I feel like they converse.
The squad.
She was like, you know what, this line here, I don't know what words to put there. They sat. Anyway.
So I'm speaking tongues.
Do you know what the only thing I took from this, because you know the Lord is always speaking. Y'all are not taking evangelism seriously.
That's really what it is.
That's
that truth. Yeah, no, this is the truth.
No, because when I said when I was talking about last week, like where's the line? You guys are telling me we cannot judge it.
We don't know what the Holy Spirit's going to use.
So what can I say?
Speaking of that, let's go to this next video.
We don't know what the Holy Spirit's going to use, Delton.
So this next video is something else that the Holy Spirit used again. Because what happens is in a lot of these places, these states in the U.S., schools are still churches are still closed. And so a pastor took to Instagram and social media this week, and he's like, I'm going to reclaim another song from the devil. It's like, so this month has been a month. May has been a month of reclaiming. We're reclaiming things.
My God.
We're reclaiming street performances. Do it. Come on. Speak your tongues.
I'm honestly just holding it together.
We reclaim.
We
reclaiming D'Angelo. We reclaim. And so now a pastor decided who we're going to claim. we're going to reclaim
Oh,
Bruno Mars. We're going to claim Bruno Mars, and we're going to reclaim Anthony. What's it? Anthony Pack.
Anderson Paak.
Anderson Paak.
Do you know why I know that?
What?
I'm gonna tell you why when you finish playing.
All right, so here, let me just take us off the camera, take us off the view for a little while, so you have full screen for this. And here we go.
What you doing?
You know what I'm
Where
doing.
you at?
I'm at the
Hey, you got plans?
Yes, I got plans. You know I'm going out.
We online, round the globe. It's too good to watch alone. Come to church and bring the squad.
I'll bring everybody.
He gon' be changing, rearranging, no more drifting. He an anchor, he'll sustain ya.
So, all my time, in case you missed it, and Louds, if you don't know the song, it's
That's
fine.
probably best for you.
It's probably best for you.
What you doing?
You know what I'm
Where
doing.
you at?
I'm at the
Hey, you got plans?
Yes, I got plans. You know I'm going out.
We online, round the globe. It's too good to watch alone. Come to church and bring the squad.
I'll bring everybody.
He gon' be changing, rearranging, no more drifting. He an anchor, he'll sustain ya.
So, the man of God. The man of God is reclaiming. We were claiming this season. This is a season of reclamation.
Julie, I'm with you. Julie, you see me quiet? I quiet
So-
because I'm with you.
Once again, read
I'm with
Lion
Julie.
Says Evangelism. This is what it is. Release. Call me Curry Favor, but I'll give Pastor a pass.
Julie, I like your spirit. I like your spirit.
So it's the wig for me.
I can't. I just
Guys, are y'all taking this truth too far? Oh, I just like the groove, Julianne says. Christoph said, Pastor Todd always making the church side.
transparent moment. Transparent moment. Last Friday, this song was heavy in my spirit. The original.
This song's in my spirit every day. I won't lie to you.
That song was heavy on me.
That-
Like to the point where all I knew was the chorus, right? I now know the entire song. That's how heavy it was on me.
That
Oh no,
song,
sometimes it's a song like you hear it in the peripherals of your in daily interactions where you're like, nah, like
that song gets deep down in your
so when
sanctified
I
soul.
saw Pastor Todd on this weekend, I said this was just a bad time to use it, man of God. It was a bad
Because
time.
the song is deep in the spirit.
If you came before last week, I'd be like, it's no problem. Because, you know, just like last week, we had certain people like Marisha who's like, I don't even know the original. It's all right.
Yeah.
But now I know the original. That's a vibe.
This song is a very, very catchy song.
Lionel and Shakara, it's a vibe.
I like the song personally, the original.
You like the original?
Love the original.
Oh my goodness.
Love
That's
the
a
original.
groove.
It's a groove, man. It's a good song.
Minister Bruno is amazing. I believe he has some oil he's wasting.
Listen to me.
Mr. Bruno, Mr. Mars.
That oil
has
going down the
some
drain.
oil he is wasting. Truly say a blessing to the kingdom.
Do we all really, this is what Dwayne says, do we all really want to go down that road of the top songs in our spirits this week? Because he got a good one. Dwayne, what's on this, Dwayne? What's on me this
Dwayne, if you know that's going to take this left, just be careful.
Just don't put it on there.
There's some people in this chat I would not give that permission to. I feel like Dwayne needs to go on the red list.
Don't put your song on there.
List. Don't put your song on there.
Julianne says, Mr. Bruno is amazing and a blessing to the kingdom. So how do we feel about that? Is that okay? Because I mean, churches are closed. I need to invite people to church.
After last week, I'm not saying nothing. So no one say I'm judging. I
So you can't talk about someone's truth.
I am not in any way trying to justify, right? I'm with Julie. I'm going to be honest. I carry favor in it. I told you there are certain people in my book can't do nothing wrong.
Mhm.
And that's going to lead me to the next thing I want to talk about because we still early today, which is my brother. When I talked about my boy, Jay McReynolds.
Uh-huh.
I fixed it, but it raised other questions. But we'll come to that in a moment. I do curry favor. I'm not ashamed to say it. I feel like, in it, last week we said it. We said, like, I've gone to my really British
I
accent
hear
now.
it. Strong.
Last week we said, it might not just be for you, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
there might be somebody who's being blessed by D'Angelo. That's what we said last week.
So we did.
So who are you to judge? Right? I feel like if that's the rule we going by, if that's what we saying, if I can't call out anybody's truth because they're doing it in the name of God, because that's really the defining because sisters living under the sisters living under
the Spirit,
the
Holy Spirit.
They say by the anointing of the Holy Spirit,
Yep.
and once they put that tagline on the end,
Let it go.
apparently,
Let that thing go.
I gotta let it go.
Let it go.
Now we need to maybe have a conversation about righteous judgment and what the yardstick is for righteous judgment. Because I'm not in any way saying we no longer need to apply this. However, I was very much convicted last week to not judge brother D'Angelo wannabe. I've accepted this might not be for me. In that case, I feel like one of the measures we need to apply is, what is the fruit of this? If I cannot judge the spirit, okay, or my judging the spirit is only based on me, only I should walk out if my spirit disagrees, but not judge everybody in the room whose spirit seems to be okay with this. Me and my spirit, we're going to go to the bathroom. We can come back when it's done.
Back the figure up.
Surely then, regardless of spirit, I got to judge the fruit of your actions. So, for example, if Mr. D'Angelo did the ministration, if Minister D'Angelo wannabe did his administration, and when I came back from the bathroom, the altar was full of people crying out to God, wanting to give their lives to God, that's good fruit. So maybe my spirit and his spirit didn't agree, but the end result, we have to all agree on the end result. We have to always agree on the outcome. I don't feel like the outcome should vary very much. I think the outcome should always be the same. I mean, like, we should measure them by the same standard. So, Pastor Todd, right? And his choices, the 4DX water, which Christoph seems very disturbed by in his spirit because he brought that up a second ago.
I like it.
Pastor Todd and his water. And now here's what you do. Oh, it's that line. Where you at?
The smoothness. It's the smoothness of the line. Not just lying. It's the smoothness of the line.
The fruit is he has a growing ministry that appeals to Gen Z, millennials, and has one of the reasons why I really admire Pastor Michael Todd's ministry is, if in January they declare that this is their year of rain, or this is their year of miraculous breakthrough, or this is their year of this or that, by December, everything that they have said has come to pass. That's what I look for in this Christian walk. That's what I'm trying to be living. I'm trying to be living. Thus saith the Lord to Vera in January. This is my year of XYZ. And in December, I look back and see XYZ. I admire that. That for me is good fruit. Uncle Todd, his mechanisms for getting to that fruit, I don't necessarily agree. However, fruit-wise, I feel like he's got good fruit. I feel like from what I see on the outside looking in, it's generally good fruit. And I think that's why Pastor Michael Todd gets my currying of favor. I think that's why I'm with Julie on this. Now, of course, this is completely biased based on my knowledge of him. I didn't know anything about Pastor D'Angelo wannabe, and so I just automatically made a judgment. I'm not going to say I like the methods, though. I'm not going to say I like the methods. But based on what I learned last week, I don't have to like the methods. And I shouldn't judge the methods. Or are you guys telling me I should judge the method? Because if we're judging the method, by what standard? Because if we're saying Mr. D'Angelo and flee, it's okay. But what you doing is not. And it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Yeah, the little sponge.
Mind you, I'll say this. I guess it's my independent associations. Because while that's a jam, when I watched Pastor Todd, my mind didn't go anywhere ungodly. My mind didn't go anywhere like, oh, take me back to the man with the dripping sweat.
The song, I think the song and the video itself helps in that process, because the original song itself, it doesn't take your mind. It doesn't take your mind to an ungodly place.
Okay.
I mean, does it?
No, I don't think so.
So
I said okay in that. That was my argument last week.
Yeah,
it's about what the associations are, but then I appreciate that. My association, your association, and my association.
There's only like one, in that entire song, there's only like one Christian line that is in the whole song. If you smoke, I get purple haze. That's a line in the song.
I had to quote the line.
because I know
Some
it.
people don't know.
Because to me, it's like, why you have to say this in line?
I know. Every time that line goes off.
And Anderson is
Bruh.
Anderson's known for that. He's known for like just a weird, like, why you don't have to say this.
Yeah.
The song could have been a good
Does he, like, put
crossover
his life
song.
in the song?
This could be a good crossover song. Now you going crazy.
No, it wasn't a good crossover.
No, I mean for him. Like him,
Okay,
his stuff is be like, that's good. And all of a sudden he's why? Like he'll throw random stuff in there. So that's him. That's who the person is. Well, how do I know this? I've heard people talk about it, FYI. So to me, this song itself doesn't, I get what you're saying now, because the D'Angelo song, the minute you hear that, you go braids.
That was
you see
that
strong
was the measure
cornrows.
I was suggesting we use to judge
To
some
judge
of these
people.
things. We're going by the spirit, and already we've established everybody's spirit is just doing what they like. Everybody's just doing. So you know me, I like practicality.
whatever
I was
seems
thinking,
right.
what practical steps, what practical rules, what practical measures can we put in place to help us, draw the line? But apparently, we're not doing that. So I feel like at least, let's judge the fruit. At least.
So anyway, that's a comedy hour for the day. We've had Mom in the Streets singing about Jesus.
Come on, Mama.
We've had Sisters Living Under the Anointing. We've had
I need to go and learn the lyrics.
What You Doing, because church is open. Bring somebody with you to church.
Where you?
All this happened in 1 week, people. All this has happened in 1 week.
And I know there's a couple people on this DGMT that have gone quiet because they went to go and listen to the song.
Yeah. Yeah, they left. They closed the window to
They
go to
closed it,
YouTube.
like, Let me quickly open another tab. Let me open another tab and listen to this song.
So last thing we're going to talk about today, I think, I think we have one more topic to talk about
Last
today.
thing.
So this was sent to us by a DGMT.
Oh,
No?
okay.
Okay. Maybe you want to go?
Delton, you running the show.
Ma'am,
I just work
I push
for you.
buttons. So I do, ma'am.
Go ahead.
So what you
Go
wanna talk
ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
So this was sent to us today. I feel like we have a responsibility to our DGMTers to take on those things that have been shared with us. Because we always say to you guys, share with us
Send
things
us
that you
things.
found, anything you want us to talk about.
Oh, we can talk about it.
And we can talk about it.
And someone said something
got
to
this,
us?
what was it, like an hour ago, 2 hours ago?
Yeah, right before the show started. This is literally right before the show started. Someone sent something to us. We saw Dwayne's song, by the way. I sent it to your phone. Dwayne said, "Don't only share it to you." And FYI, Dwayne, that song, that's like another song that's always in my spirit. At any point in time.
He shared the song that's been on his
Yeah,
spirit.
he sent us. He's like, he's only shared us. At any point in time, Dwayne.
Don't let me slip, because I'm that one on this.
And I know
I don't have the requisite self-control to be sitting in the seat on national radio and people sending me hot jams.
I know
like
every single song. I mean, every single lyric.
every
and
last one.
every single
I know
ad lib.
I know how to do the white boy dance from the video. I can do it.
When I was
on
younger, I used to do, because I watched the behind the scenes video, and he did a 360 spin to show his hair, and I watched that they didn't have a slide, so you had to do it manually, and he showed how he crossed his legs and do the spin. I know all of that now. I'm a big fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Anyone who's a fan, Dwayne sent us the song on his spirit. He sent it to us. Anyone who listened to our brief description of the video will know what song.
Yeah,
he meant.
like he had to show off his hair, so he did like a 360 spin, and all that was it. I knew all that. Anyway, so Lionel sent me something too, so I tried and download that from Lionel. Lionel sent me a clip. I know this Lionel sent me, but I'm very happy to see it too. So the clip, I tried to pull it up. You have it open so you can read it. Read what it says, Vera.
Okay, I can open it.
So Lionel left Vera open, and as I open it up, what Lionel sent to me.
Okay. What Lionel sent to you?
Lionel sent something to me just now. So yeah, I want to see what it is.
Okay. So we were sent this by a DGMTer who wanted us to throw it into the ring and hear what you guys had to say. So I mean, it's on the internet. If they put it out there, there's one. I'm gonna use, what's his name, Larry Reed. I'm gonna use this rule. If it's out there, we can talk about it. It's not in the secret places. So Apostle Raymond Wells has posted on his. He posted a picture, like a quote. You know, preachers will have a quote and their picture beside it, and the quote says, "Pastor, any woman who honors you but can't honor your wife cannot be trusted." Period. And, you kind of assume that there will be like lots of agreement. So you get a lot of amen, pastor. This is a word. But there's one particular commenter who found this very disagreeable and kind of went in and calling him out and calling this idea of honor out. And I guess we wanted to hear what DGMTers would say. Do I have to read the whole comment? Cicero, plenty paragraphs. Let me find. I'm just going to read the whole thing. Please, see here. This evil post speaks to ungodly character. Teach men to love their wives like Christ loves the church, according to scripture. Not that I relate to this, but persons' relationships are different. Either become current and post sensible, godly posts, or stick with scripture, because this post makes no sense but to breathe dark, negative thoughts in God's people. It's very irresponsible and not fitting for a pastor. And if I honor you and not your wife, maybe it's because you deserve honor and your wife does not. Who you think you is to make me honor her as well? I could be respectful because I honor you, but I don't have to honor her. Child, the two of you could get. You should be happy you being honored. Maybe you have a heart and your wife doesn't. Maybe I honor your wife and my discernment alerts me that I do not honor you. You cannot put dark scenarios in people's mind. Mix up. Child, get. But then again, know what honor is and regard. Why didn't you say spouse? Why women don't even try, my brother? Either way, you're in error in terms of scripture and current revelated doctrine, if you even understand that, and in terms of cultural norms and common sense. And then they post a link. I clicked the link and I saw something Pope Francis, and then I closed the link again. I was like, sis, if you wanna use Pope Francis as your reference point, you're probably on the wrong page. So what say you, DGMTers? I mean, I can't. Yeah. Let's hear what you guys have to say. In summation, the post was: if a woman doesn't honor your wife but honors you, pastor, don't trust her. And this woman saying, firstly, this is dark and negative and breeding up mix up. 2, what if you deserve honor and your wife doesn't? Based on your character, based on your behavior. Maybe your wife has stink ways. And how can I honor her with a stink ways? I don't have bad intentions. Your wife just has stink ways. Now, I come on DGMT to be an advocate, to play the middle. If you guys are going to come on here and say that some pastors' spouses, let me say spouses, because that was one of the other arguments of this particular commencer. Yeah. She doesn't understand why the post is attacking women. Why don't you just say spouse? The reality is you rarely find that. A man will honor a female pastor and not the female pastor's husband. You find that rarely. Rarely. Mm-hmm. But hey, what do I know? But y'all cannot come onto DGMT in the commenting and not acknowledge that some spouses of pastors can be disgusting. With that being said, what say you? Should the post not have discriminated then, maybe, and say women? Should the statement have been qualified a bit more? I don't know. I'm just asking y'all what y'all think.
Now, I know the person that put the comment.
I think we all do.
Oh, you know?
Oh, the woman that put the comment?
Yeah.
You know her? Jesus, what is this?
I just realized that by opening up this now. I was like,
oh. I thought you meant the pastor who posted it.
No.
You know the woman.
I know the other woman.
Oh.
Now, the person who sent this to me, she knows the woman too. I don't know if she remembers she knows the woman, but she knows the woman as well.
Oh, Lord.
We just met this woman recently.
Oh, no. You all just put me in mix up. No, it's good. It's good that I read it then. Because
I just know, like, while he's reading it, I said, let me go click on it, see who she is. They're like, oh, that's you. So, all right. So this idea of I think her take on it was more so the feminine rights kind of situation is one aspect of it,
right?
Where they want to stick up for women and why the woman got out the bad ways and there's
right. Okay.
That's one aspect of it. Chicago offers to define honor in the church setting. And yeah, I don't believe honor has a thing to do with you liking the person. That's what Jody Ann says.
But then, based on what I understand honor to be, because my pastor teach good in the church I go to, you see?
Yeah, tell me about it.
I think based on my understanding of honor, I've been taught most recently that honor has to do with how you respond to the words that come out of a person's mouth. That's what honor is. It's not toting Bible. It's not genuflecting. It's not even sowing seed. It's the attitude to the words that come out of their mouth. Shouldn't that be earned then? Shouldn't that be earned? So maybe Again, I told you, I just come here to throw things out there. Maybe the difference is, okay, so it might depend on what the poster, the original post meant by honor.
Yeah.
Because I can honor my pastor, and now you'll correct me if I'm wrong. Can you honor your pastor and respect his wife? Because if honor as that with that definition is to do with, I honor the honor is reflected in how I respond to the words that come out of your mouth, how I respond to you as somebody that God has placed in my life to shepherd me, how I honor that role and respect that truly by listening to what you say and trusting that God speaks through you to me. Do I then have to give
that same honor?
That same as honor being defined in that way?
Because she's your spouse.
Because she's your spouse.
That's a good question.
I want you to know that I am thinking about this very deeply, but the song is also playing in my head. What you doing? What you doing? The whole time.
The whole time you're talking?
The whole time I'm talking.
This is a very good question. Jody Ann says, I think honor is honor. The same way we honor our parents, and the same way we honor our pastors, and the same way we honor our bosses.
Oh, I don't think we honor our bosses, though.
Yeah, I think we respect.
I don't think honor and respect are the same.
No. Based upon what we know honor. Shakara says maybe honor means something different to different people. With that explanation, she doesn't exactly get honor by default. So it seems y'all seem to be leaning more towards that. What the comments are.
I'd like to know what the comments defines honor as, because I can appreciate that my understanding of honor is not the same as the one who posted it. I get that, but I generally understand. I think generally people will agree that honor means respect. I think the general understanding of honor, now we try to be super deep and talk about honor in the church, but I think honor just generally means respect. And if respect is what was meant by that, I do feel like respect is default. I do feel like the post was accurate. Now, women's rights, why did he say women? I actually just don't care. I really just don't care.
Because he's a man and he's married to a woman.
And I think you got majority of male pastors with female, with the spouses.
And the question is why? Why are there so many men? That's going to be the argument.
That's for one-on-one.
One-on-one pastor.
That's above our pay grade.
Speaking of pastor, dishonoring my wife is to dishonor me, says the pastor. So now your honor of me is in question. And if pastor doesn't have a problem with this dishonor to his wife, then I think pastor has a problem. If this statement is an eye-opener to the me pastor, he and his wife may need counseling.
Pastor Dental, when you say dishonor, do you mean dishonor in the sense of what you've taught honor to mean in terms of respecting the words that come out of your mouth? Or out of the pastor's mouth, out of the shepherd's mouth? Or do you mean dishonor in...
synonymous with respect now?
Not being synonymous with respect.
Christoph said he was waiting on the bishop to respond because she only 23. He ain't that yet.
Christoph, the fact that you're 23 ain't having nothing to do with it. I'm 31 and I'm not in that tea yet either.
So yeah, Shakar says if it is defined as respect, then yes, you should get it.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think that shouldn't go with character. I think that should go with position, because I give it to my boss only because they're my boss.
Yeah.
Knowing their ways, thinking I hate them, and I talk bad about them when I go out and I'm on the phone to my cousins and my bestie.
Talking about your boss.
Talking bad about my boss. So if in terms of respect, I think the title and the position alone deserves my respect. Mm-hmm. And my respect looks like respect.
Yeah.
My respect looks like respect. I think honor is deeper than respect. And
yes,
I think honor is...
I think that's the issue there. Talking about the idea of the definition of the word changes a lot of it because we're thinking of honor as this deep word, and so. But if he said you don't respect my wife,
that goes without saying.
Yeah,
that's not pastor. That's just man.
Yeah,
that's just woman. If someone doesn't respect your spouse, they cannot be trusted. Yeah. Period. That's not. I don't think that's a church thing. I think honor is the contention. The contention here, because I think honor also suggests or implies an element of, what's the word I'm looking for? Subordination too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Honor kind of elevates a person just based on the associations of the word in our mind. And I think that's maybe why sis was so adamantly against it. But I do think, interestingly enough, two things I'd like to add.
Call if you can call back real quick. I wasn't able to catch the call.
Two things I'd like to say before caller comes and shuts down the show and mashes up the whole thing.
You know who the caller is, man.
I know exactly who the caller is.
Two
people call us. Two people call us. Franklin and the Bishop.
Yeah, man.
I'd say this.
Don't call us too, man. Someone else call us.
One,
we'll call you, call back.
One, I feel like I can't remember what the second thing was. But one, I do feel like, oh no, this is what I was gonna say. The reason I would qualify that if we're saying honor and respect are synonymous, the reason I believe that First Lady gets my respect automatically is I don't believe God calls a man not knowing who his wife is.
Correct.
I don't believe God calls a man not knowing who his children will be. So I feel that there is a certain level of respect and, let's say, honor in the generally understood sense that they will get from me. And that respect is probably more than I'd give my boss. Because I probably won't talk bad about First Lady on the phone to my friends and that.
Yeah.
I don't honor her like I honor the man of God and the words that come out of his mouth. Because she said a couple of things and I was like, really, First Lady? I ain't going to talk bad about her. I'm just going to be like, cool.
Anyway, welcome to the show, caller. This is Glory 93.9 FM.
Can I say my second thing before caller
Sorry,
starts?
go ahead. Go ahead. Call off me, caller.
Caller, can I just say my second thing? So that's the first thing. That's why I think First Lady and First Family get your respect automatically. God called the man or the woman knowing exactly who their spouse would be, knowing exactly who their children would be. Secondly, I do feel like if a man or woman of God who's called is walking with another man or woman of God who doesn't operate in a way that deserves or earns the honor of the congregants, it's kind of like, what is this mismatch? You know what I mean?
Got you. Let me say this comment before you talk, caller. Let's get this comment in there. This is from Lionel Bonamy. It's not honoring the pastor's wife the same as dishonoring her. Dishonoring sounds like an intentional negative act, whereas I may just not hold her in high esteem. Caller, welcome to DGMT. How are you? Is the caller talking? Caller, you there?
I think caller's there.
Caller, I can't hear you.
We can't hear you, caller. Or do you think caller went off the line because I was going to say my second point?
I don't think so. I'm going to call say that. I don't think he is. Caller? There's no caller. Hello, caller. Where's the caller? Caller, can you call us back? Because I can't hear you. I don't know if you can hear us, but we can't hear you. So let's hang that up for now. Let's see if we can get the caller back to the show. Technical support, come and help us, please. I like the whole idea what Lance said, talking about it of
not honoring and dishonoring.
Yeah, and then let's keep it at high esteem. That's one. Like some things, but I just don't like. But I'm not gonna go there and drag her down to the streets. It's not gonna happen. Let me see if I get this caller back. Caller back. Hello, caller. Can you hear us now? Glory 93.9 FM.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
We can hear you now, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, man. How y'all doing?
It's good. It's good. How are you?
President, how are you? Long time no speak.
What happened?
I said long time no speak.
Hey, I'm good. How are you, Vera?
Very
well. DGMT is we're joined
good.
By a close friend of the show, Pastor Denzel Rhodes. Sir, what are your thoughts today, caller?
I think the intent of Apostle Wells is extremely clear in his text. So I don't want to go too deep in and lose the spirit of what he is saying as though we don't know the spirit of what he's saying.
Yeah,
there's a context, there's a spirit to which he is saying to his comment, and I think. And it's good for the show, of course. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have this conversation. It's good. That's what we do at DGMT.
Mm-hmm.
But if a person's to peel back the layers and to go into the book of the Maccabees to explain this, I don't think that's absolutely necessary. But that being said, Vera mentioned a comment that a pastor mentioned about the words that come out of the person's mouth, and it takes it beyond. I think from a kingdom standpoint, honor goes beyond the physical treatment of the person, but it goes to a heightened level of esteem where I protect their character, I value their words, and because of what their words mean to me and what it does to me, I hold them in a certain light. And to me, this is just Denzel now. I think respect is me appreciating you where you are and for who you are. Honor, to me, I elevate you.
So do you think first husbands and first ladies, do they earn that automatically?
To a certain extent, yes. Why? Because of their connection to the one that I honor. Because any disrespect to them.
But you just use the word disrespect now, because now we've gone back to respect. I was asking about honor.
Well,
based on what you just said.
Any dishonor to them is dishonor to me. So, I mean, I don't think it's quote actually. This quote, I can't remember the quote. I remember seeing it this week. I can't remember what it says. Can you quote it again? What it said?
Pastor, any woman that who honors you but cannot honor your wife cannot be trusted.
Yeah, and I think the spirit of it. I'm glad you read it. I think the spirit of it is not just cannot, but I think it really meant dishonor. I think if we were to ask him the question, I think it would be a duh. I'm talking about dishonor my wife, not honor. See, there's a certain amount of honor that my wife gets, not Robin, but my wife, whoever this lady is, put no face, put no name, put nothing to her, besides the fact that she's my wife. There's a certain honor that she gets because I honor her. And to honor me and to not show that a certain degree of honor to her is now dishonoring me. It's like there are persons who say they honor God but don't have nothing to do with church. Your honor for God mandates you to honor his bride, which is his church, by virtue of it being his bride.
Even if the bride is acting the fool.
Well, we can't use that in the case of God. So now let's use that in the case of Brother Pastor. I think something needs to be seen. I heard that I was trying to avoid this part of the conversation because this is going to another place. Let me establish that first point. So the first point is honor to my honor. Let's leave that spiritual deep word honor. Let's just use respect. Respect to my wife is mandated when you respect me. And the point I made I don't know if it was my comment that I made, is that if this quote by Apostle Wells was a revelation to some pastor somewhere, he needs to step down from the pulpit and do counseling with his wife.
Because it should be a given.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, how is pastor cool with people loving up on him and giving a stiff arm to his wife?
I want to say because pastor's been giving his wife a stiff arm too.
Exactly. You see, that's where I was going. So this quote here, bringing revelation to Brother Rev, it says that we got a problem with Brother Rev. No, we have. Brother Paulo have a problem. Brother Rev have a problem and may need some counseling.
Okay.
Marital counseling. Because if he loves his wife, Bishop Wallace taught us that the people are going to pay whatever price tag you put on your wife. If you don't put a high price tag on your wife, the people are going to pay whatever you put on her. So if I don't elevate Robin, how do I talk about your better honor my wife? That's duplicitous. That's hypocrisy and ludicrousy. It doesn't make sense. So you got to honor this woman first. They typically can follow suit they can do what you allow them to do. So the fact that any woman in the congregation is comfortable dishonoring your wife is because you have created that environment. You have made it possible for anybody to dishonor your wife and openly honor you. So I that's from the fundamental level and not the deep revelatory place that we were teaching from Pastor Vera in our sessions. I don't want to go in that deep revelatory place because then that goes to word and you know that's a whole teaching in and of itself. So I won't apply that to this scenario. I will just go from the element of,
does she deserve your respect?
Because she and I is one. We're one. And we were one for the sake of ministry. If this thing is being done, if it's being done right, what makes us one is what we've been called to do.
And I think that caveat that's the crux of the matter. If the thing is being done right, there's no argument there. There's no argument. And I said that I agree wholeheartedly. And I said that I don't even think that's a pastor thing. I think that's just principle of marriage, a man and his wife, a woman and a husband. You honor the spouse by virtue of the fact that they are married and that they are one. And that's you know, especially in the kingdom, that we believe we marry on purpose, for purpose. Yeah. And that God wasn't like looking the other way when he gave me an assignment and my spouse was sitting on the sidelines being forgotten in the plan. I think just by virtue of the fact that we are one and I have a call means the two of us come as a package deal.
Following God's principles. In principle, using the scripture, every pastor has a co-pastor. That's their wife or their husband. Following God's principle.
Yeah. The two become one.
Co-pastor is not revelation. Co-pastor is scripture. When you get married, Vera, you will have a co-teacher.
I see your point. It took me a second.
Because if you are in assignment and they are called to be your helpmate, that's going to be your code.
Yeah.
So how this idea that I don't get my wife involved in church business. So something that is consuming the greatest portion of your life, the one that is your partner is not engaged in it. I mean, that whole statement don't make sense. You probably ain't called the pastor or she ain't called to be your wife.
Heavy.
Because if you can exclude them from what is your purpose in life, and God says that is your helpmeet, and that person is not engaged in what you call it. So that's what I'm saying. When this thing is done right, this statement should probably be a statement for members, not for pastors.
But I think even based on what you're saying, because you mentioned at first that you kind of brought us back to the original audience of the post, because the post was Pastor XYZ. So the fact that we've got lay members who seem offended by this, it really wasn't aimed at you. The question is, are there pastors who found this revelatory, pastors who found, because the responsibility of honor kind of lies on you. Like, you established the culture of honor in your church. Whatever you deem honor to be, whether it's merely respect, even if it is honor just based on physical actions, you set the culture. Mm-hmm. So the post was aimed and the comment was aimed at pastors, because you set the culture. And as you kind of reinforced that and just brought us back to the fact that this really isn't a post for members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a post for pastors. But I think the idea was interesting. I guess I just assumed when I saw the post that nobody would disagree with it.
Yeah.
So when I saw that there was disagreement, I was like, oh, what could you possibly find here to disagree with? Anyway.
Yeah, and then to the comment about the female thing, there was absolutely no intent with that whatsoever.
Right.
And that is not the character of Apostle Wells either. So I don't think he would merit that with a response. That is not his character. That's not his person. Obviously, there are persons who still get on me when I say the word guys. You need to say guys and gals. Oh, come on, man. You
got to say guys and gals?
Yeah, you got to say guys and gals.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't say brethren no more. You can say brethren and sister.
My gosh. My goodness.
Wow. It's like,
the Bible never said brethren and sister. They said the brethren. And they mean all of them.
I didn't mean everybody.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no. Thank you so much, caller. I don't want to cut you off.
There's another question
that
doesn't ask. I didn't get the answer. I forgot what it was.
Is dishonor the same as not honor?
Is dishonor the same as not honoring?
Mm-hmm.
If the person is a person that sits in, put it like this. I've been in the room when the Prime Minister walks in. The honor is that you stand. You don't stand. You did not honor him. You dishonored him.
Pastor Denzel, that's a cop out. That's an easy example because the honor was reflected in an action. This person is saying where there's no action demanded, does inaction constitute dishonor? Because in that case, there was an action that determined whether you were being honorable. Sitting down,
Nobody's stand. Nobody's stand. Nobody's stand.
That's not a thing you have to do when the Prime Minister walks in the room.
Nobody says that.
Nobody said that.
I was actually texting someone. And I was like, this is what we do here?
Okay. So an expat like myself who has no clue what the protocol is, busy in my phone, missed the moment. Did I dishonor him or did I just not honor him?
See, now you gotta ask him because he may think you dishonor him.
Then that's his business because isn't it about what's going on in my mind?
Because I probably said non-texting somebody, say, boy, I still be the Prime Minister, boy.
You haven't
I still be the Prime Minister.
You haven't fixed this. Because actually now, this honor and dishonor and not honor is all relative to what's going on in my head, what attitude I have when I do what I do or I don't do what I don't do.
See, let me go to this whole pastor's wife that's not worthy of honor. That is functioning dishonorably. And that the only honor that she gets is because of her connection, or he gets because of his connection. I think that's why it's important that we have persons that we submit to and people covering us, because that couple needs to be brought in. That is damaging and dangerous to a house, to a congregation, where there's a trifling spouse of the man or woman of God. That's not cool. That's not something that we can take lightly and smile at and smirk at. That could be potentially it can destroy the house. So now, to me, to not honor someone, Vera, is intentional. The act of not honoring is intentional, and it is dishonoring because I'm taking out honor.
But you said the act. This is not act involved, sir. The act, whatever denotes this dishonor is your decision to not honor. You are choosing not to honor, however it plays out. No? I mean, I just didn't know I was supposed to stand.
If you choose not to honor, not the word DIS, you are dishonoring because you chose not. It's not inadvertent. I am not going to honor that person.
I'll take that because the initial comment said, I just don't hold them in high esteem. So because of that feeling or that belief, there are certain choices you make as a result of that. So therefore, as you're saying, it's a conscious decision. It equals dishonor. And
that person is disingenuous because if they are that honorable to notice that I don't hold them in high esteem, but I honor the man of God, you need to have a conversation if you are so honorable. So you ain't that honorable. If you're so off the chain and so honorable that you can see some things wrong with this, and how are you cool with that? And you haven't sat down and had a conversation yet, or gone to the overseer or the bishop or something. You and your wonderfully integral self, you faking like that, and that's okay in a dysfunctional house. That's a house of dysfunction, and you pretending to be deep, but you ain't that deep. You shallow too.
Powerful.
Yikes.
Delton, I have no more comments or questions for the caller.
Yeah. Let love rule.
Let love rule.
God bless the queen.
God save the queen.
God save, not God bless. We don't want to bless, you just want to save.
Yeah, let's save the queen. Don't bless her.
She's pretty blessed already.
Yeah. God bless America. God save the queen.
God save the queen. I think we need to turn it around. We need to save, because I hear things the kitty little low and back now. We need to bless the queen and we need to save America.
Yeah, boy. That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, caller, for calling in.
Thank you.
Always appreciate your comments.
Always.
No problem. Y'all better leave my apostle alone, yeah?
Yeah, no.
Honestly,
listen.
Honestly, I just didn't feel like there was any question.
Yeah.
When I saw the post and the person said, I was like, what? But I guess, yeah.
But it'll be good to have the apostle on to find out why he posted though, because like I said, it's sad that this statement is necessary. that, and I do know that it is necessary. There are some pastors that are sucking up the honor, that are so narcissistic that they're pulling all of this attention for them as the pastor and don't even realize that their wife is being slighted, and they have no problem with that.
Mm.
You know, when you live outside of these spaces, it's very difficult to understand and relate.
Yeah, that's
experiences I've had.
It's insane that exists, and people have come to me and say, I will talk to you, but don't tell your wife. Hey, you are your blessed man.
It's a private issue.
I work the other way.
I may call her on speaker while you're in there. Listen, see, this person just tell me, don't call you, so I put you on speaker.
Now you're disordering them. Are you disordering the people?
Is it okay if you tell the wife and tell the wife, don't tell the pastor? Okay.
What's that say again?
That's okay if you tell the wife and tell the wife, don't tell the pastor? Asking for me.
Personal question.
Y'all have a good day, y'all.
Take this offline. Take it offline. Get you offline, sir. Thank you again.
Bye.
All right. I get a much call. Always awesome commentary.
Always
from the
awesome
pastor
and sobering. Two y'all in this DGMT. Two like a kiki.
Pastor,
sobered up.
We have a new name here. I see commented. It says, if the husband doesn't honor his wife publicly, then the congregants won't see the need to do it. Also, that's from Latoya Rutherford Brown. I don't know that name. That name seems
I feel
new.
like I know the name.
You do? To DGMT?
I feel like I've seen it once or twice. But
okay,
if not,
hi
Latoya. How are you? Because then she commented later to say, unfortunately, that's what tends to happen.
Yeah.
I guess in response to
if he doesn't recognize his wife, then the congregants follow the same pattern. Lou would say, hey, if you're a teacher. The teacher come in. Yeah, co-teacher come in.
my co-teacher.
I don't think you have to say maybe.
I hope to be like a co-CEO. A
co-CEO.
Speak those things. My God.
Jody Hand says,
all I know is I don't want to be a co-teacher. I can tell you that.
Again.
I don't do that.
Same way we like to say that we honor the office, even if we're not a fan of personality. That happens a lot. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning into DGMT this morning. It's always a great time here on the show. Always fun.
We have just been traveling.
You know.
We moved through all kind of things today.
We traverse the scenery.
We go,
around. See what's happening.
Those interesting posts that you come across,
send them to us.
Send them to us. What did Lionel send to you?
Oh, I can send it to you. Something from I think that's a Tyler Perry movie.
We got it. That's for next week.
Yeah, I can send that
because Delton. I have a topic that Delton's been putting on the back burner. That thing about the movies.
Next week.
Next week. We got you. So we can use this Tyler Perry situation as an entrance point.
Because it's similar to what we talked about today, the music. That's what it was.
But Tyler's like the private schools in the Bahamas. He exists outside of the rules. He is outside of the rules.
There's a clip for a movie. This is totally off topic. So where there's this movie that's coming out, I think next week, and they had like Angelina Jolie's in it and stuff like that.
The who?
Angelina Jolie is in the movie,
right?
And it's a good movie. And then like
she's still acting.
For some strange reason, they had Tyler Perry in the movie, and I was like, I don't want to see it. It's like, wherever did it come from?
How do you get Tyler and Angelina Jolie together?
Yeah, I was like, Anyway, still here or there. And I saw it immediately. It's like, this movie.
Because we watch those movies and we suspend our disbelief. We suspend our expectations of kind of the acting and production. We accept, that Tyler Perry's movies are like the Nollywoods of Hollywood.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay with that.
Y'all be safe out there. Y'all have a great what's left of the weekend. Make sure you find yourself in the house of God with fellow believers on this week. If you are a Sabbath keeper, you're probably in church now. So you're watching this later. Other than that, if you worship on Sunday, like the rest of us, you can feel free to join us at Life Worship Center. We have two opportunities for you to join us.
I saw Marisha say she come in late because she have a Holy Ghost hangover. That's a good reason to be late, Marisha. You're all right.
Oh yeah. And I see T in church last night. They was deep. There's about 1,000 deep. And so
you don't want to invite people to Salt Seas thing today.
I try to put a flag right now. You know what I come in.
Time to plug it in.
You know what I come in. To all those millennials out there, I want to encourage you to join us tonight. It's a limited seating event.
First off, bring your fellow winners. Bring your fellow celebrants.
It's called Pillow Talk.
Ooh.
And it sounds like what it sounds like. We're gonna be talking on pillows.
My God.
And so I want to, if you are available to come out tonight, it starts at 7 p.m. at Tito's Executive Lounge, which is right around the corner from the studio on Shirley Street and the end of Camp Road, where the Fine Image Gallery photo studio is. That same green building. We are right in there. We're going to be in there tonight starting at 7 o'clock. Question is, how hot will your summer be? Talking about the hot girl summer. Pillow talk.
So where's the women then? We're coming for hot girls. What about hot boys summer?
Oh, hot boy. I said it wrong. I said something I'm talking about today. I was talking about man, woman. No, I didn't say spouse. So how about a hot summer?
Hot person summer.
The thing on the flyer says how hot will your summer be? It didn't put a gender.
Hot human summer.
And so we begin. So all of Shauna and all the rest of those, we invite you to join us. It's free. There will be refreshments.
Nah, Delton's disrespectful. Why you call Shauna? Why you ain't say Lura and people them?
They are millennials.
They might want to come though.
Lura?
Is it not open?
It is open
to non-millennials.
I put it right. I tell you right now.
18-year-olds ain't millennials no more.
It's a
18-year-olds are Gen Z.
It's Gen Z.
If you're 18 now, you're not a millennial.
Yeah. I tried to cut the flyer because the flyer was actually a RSVP invitation. I tried to cut that out now so I could just put that on the screen because it was really RSVP.
Very, very ghetto.
What is?
This RSVP trying to cut things and crop things out. I have nothing else on it.
No, I mean because the initial flyer sent out was it was a click on it for RSVP.
Right.
So it wasn't like meant to be like an actual.
But there's one in the chat.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't meant to be actual like flyer. Post this out flyer. It was meant to be like, hey, this is an RSVP. Click on the link. Yeah, click on the link because it's not a large gathering.
Shauna, you could still come. Yeah,
still go. Excuse me, I'm old. Don't talk to me. I ain't 18. So it's pillow talk. With someone be at Tuesday Executive Lounge, and
bring your pillow.
If you don't RSVP, just don't bring everybody. It's limited seating. But you bring,
and it's a hot topic and a hot time.
And it's a BYOP event. BYOP. Bring your own pillow.
Oh man,
it's gonna be an awesome night, awesome time for young Christians to get together.
I freeze it.
Oh, sorry, man. It's an awesome time for people to get together and discuss things and help each other grow. So we are invited to Salt City event tonight. If you need the location pin, hit me up on Facebook, Delton Roll. Hit me up on Facebook or Facebook.
Who's our commencer of the day?
Commencer of the Christoph Astor will be live. No, we're gonna be live, Christoph, because this gonna be a little deep.
It's an intimate situation. Yeah. Who's our commencer of the day?
Our commencer of the day.
MVP, VP, CVP.
DGMT.
Most MVP, MVC. Most valuable commencer. That's it.
Most valuable commencer.
The DGMT MVC.
I don't know.
I know. This is a close tie.
We can start. Because Christoph, I know Christoph. Lionel.
We need to come up with a rubric.
Yeah, we need some points. How many times you commented?
A rubric, some criteria that you have to meet to be commencer of the week. But we will.
How long your comment was?
Did you paragraph? Did you punctuate?
Did you put correct punctuation?
Did you use the word apart correctly? Did you say on tomorrow? Christoph is automatically excluded because he's promoting
on tomorrow
fallacy on today. On today.
And so so that's tonight, 7 p.m. Get started. The public is invited. And there's gonna be food afterwards. Get a hot party. Buy a little hot party.
I was feeling for hot party yesterday.
Popcorn machine gonna be there. And this is like regular hot party. This is like steam conch and steam and shrimp party and this like fancy things. So on tonight at 7 p.m. On tonight at 7 p.m. Come on now. He's asking too much. Let's ask too much. Elite, you got me when because you just reached out. Elite, you got me in the comments of the day. Because Elite just come with the last comment.
Definitely. If you come in to tell us our criteria is too much, you gotta have at least commented once for the show.
And so, but thank you.
It's good to see you, though.
Thank you all for those that tune in and those that share and like and all those people who make this show possible. Continue to share and like with your friends. Until next week, when we get a chance to do this all over again, y'all be safe, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all go to church. Y'all love each other. And
and
be salt. If those who say
not salty, but salt.
Yeah, not salty, but be salt. Represent Jesus Christ wherever you go. Or you can't see us. Someone's like, I can't see all of these. Sorry. We leave it out. That's why you can see us.
Use me, Lord. Use me, Lord.
So anyway, y'all be safe. This is Delta. And that is
Vera.
And we are gone. We leave you like we leave you every week in just a fun time of worship together. Get you a chance to get your few steps in. And so,
and you need it because we don't talk about how our backs and our knees ain't really functioning like
we didn't talk about
they post that. Shauna and Christoph don't know about that yet.
Yeah.
Shauna and Christoph don't know about that yet. And they go a good while before they find out. Y'all enjoy, huh? Y'all enjoy. I do not support that event.
Who that?
What is this? Pillow talk?
You don't support our pillow talk event? Mary like one walk out? I like that. This change the whole dynamic of the show.
I mean,
had to find the end. Everybody hit the end. Then Mary walk come in.
Like one walk away. What happened?
Is it because it's for the age demographic?
I wonder if it's because you're discriminating. It's the ageism for her.
It's the ages.
So.
But it's the age. We apologize. But y'all,
Mary, I was trying to advocate for y'all. I'm happy to give up my space. Someone slide my DMs. I give up my space
for some of the little.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all be safe, man. We gone. It's out of here. You know the time it is. It's time to get holy. It's time to get holy.
What she say?
You have to take off your mask in group, huh? Or in a group. Hey, you have to take off your mask.
You don't have to take off your mask.
No, you have to take off your mask. No, mask stay on. Yeah, you know. I mean, you could be taking the mask off in terms of being true.
Unveiling your
unveiling our true selves.
Being transparent.
Being transparent.
Who you really are.
But the actual KN95 in order to the mask.
Oh, she said you have to take off your mask to eat in a group.
Oh, no, we got the food and go.
Take away.
Yeah, let's take it away.
But Miss Mary, that's what the children been doing at school, you know. Children been taking off their masks to eat.
I was Mary say, stop it.
Oh, well, child. Lucky for children, they going virtual.
Yeah.
They going back virtual.
Y'all stop it. That's the first thing. Y'all need to stop all of that. All right, so that's for Miss Mary purposes and the health protocols we're gonna eat afterwards. No eating during. So you take your food, you go. Got it. See? Okay now.
That's why we need you here, Miss Mary.
Yeah.
That's why we need you.
Set the children straight. Set them right. Make sure these protocols in effect as the health places are challenged. Anyway,
I guess just as a precaution, Delton, you got to go in there and sprinkle some glory, okay?
Oh yeah, no, definitely, definitely got it.
Sprinkle some Holy Ghost.
Just
sprinkle some Holy Ghost.
Just Holy Ghost to make sure that coronavirus.
Just by venture, somebody feels snackish.
Oh, right. This is exactly how work exposures happen in the same lunchroom. Oh boy. I thought we were ending on a high note, right?
No, we about to go.
Anyway, so we out of here, man. Y'all be safe. We gone. Until next week, stay tuned. Going on 3.9 FM. More great shows, more great entertainment, more great music for you. One-on-one, girl talk, barbershop talk, DGMT, all the things. Like, yeah, Glory 93.9 FM. Until next week, we out of here.
Hey y'all, this right here is the Bible Slide featuring the Freedom Band. And this time, we're about to get holy, 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 holy. Holy, holy, holy. Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, we about to have some spiritual milk. To the left. Take a step of faith. Pray once this time. On the devil, let's stomp. On temptation, let's stomp. Bible slide real smooth. Now praise and shout. Woo! To the right. Take a step of faith. Jump out the boat. Right foot, let's go. Left foot, let's go. Bible slide now, y'all. Now it's time to get holy. Get right now. To the left. Take it to the grave. And see it resurrect. Come alive this time. Right fist, 2 pumps. Left fist, 2 pumps. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Backslide. No! Backslide. No! It's just a move. Let's win the lost. Go left. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. 2 souls this time. 2 souls this time. Right fist, 2 pumps. Left fist, 2 pumps. Pray on your knees. Pray on your knees. Get holy with it. Oh, yeah. Come on. Bible slide now, y'all. Temptations. Turn them down. The harvest is ready. Take them back now, y'all. 5 souls this time. On principalities, let's stomp. On the bondage, let's stomp. They're not your friends. The devil's not your friend. On the devil, let's stomp. On temptation, let's stomp. Behave! Everybody raise your hands. Come on, y'all. Pray it out. How low can you go? Can you go down low? Drop your knees to the floor. How low can you go? He can bring it to the top. He can raise your face up. He can bring it to the top. 1 hop. Right foot now. Walk it out now, y'all. Bible slide real smooth. Turn the devil down. To the right. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. Don't fall this time. Don't fall this time. Win, win. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Shake off the dust arise. Shake off the dust arise. Win, win. Win, win. He's your friend. He's coming back again. Don't be fooled now, y'all. He's coming back again. To the left. Take his kingdom back now, y'all. The lost, the lost. The cross, the cross. He's alive, let's jump. He's alive, let's jump. Right fist, let's pump. Left fist, let's pump. His kingdom come. His will be done. Don't slide to the right. Don't slide to the left. Take his people back now, y'all. Bible slide now. Turn the...
Hey, smile on my
Listen to Glory 93.9 FM.